All right, here we go. Thank you so much again for tuning in to today's live stream. I am your host, Jessica Cymone, and welcome to Trump's Trending Truths, where we're talking about concepts of a ceasefire. I appreciate you for guys for being here. Before we get started, already hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you are subscribed and feel free to engage in the chat. Now, if you are busy, just sit the phone down and listen while you do your dishes, clean the house, whoop your kids. It doesn't matter. We will be here. Thank you for joining us for live education, updates on breaking news, conversations, entertainment. Now we are okay. Okay, I got you. Now, what we're about to do is we're about to read an article about U.S. Army Purple Heart veteran forced to self-deport from Hawaii. When before the election started, I remember a lot of you guys talking about, "Oh my God, they're coming in illegal. They're just doing it the wrong way." It's funny that if I'm coming in illegally, I'm able to retire as a veteran from your army. Sounds like I did it the right way. Sounds like you're making people deport who are U.S. citizens. What the fuck is going on? U.S. Army Purple Heart veteran forced to self deport from Hawaii. After 48 years in the United States, decorated Army veteran Sejong Park left his life and family in Hawaii on Monday, not knowing when he'll see them again. Yeah, they should have gotten a car with him. Anyways, he self-deported to South Korea under the watchful eyes of ICE. Park tearfully hugged his son, daughter, parents, aunts, and friends in Honolulu Airport. This really unalives me that I just have to drop everything and leave like this, Park said in an interview. This is crazy. This is bananas, you guys. Yeah, I hope MAGA, you can enlist. You can finally be all that you've been wanting to be, right? You can be that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank your daddy. Thank your daddy for allowing you to be everything you want to be. Everything you want to be. Whoop your kids is crazy. I mean, I'm just saying. You never know. This makes me so angry. So basically, they jumped 15 years of experience because he doesn't respect the military, obviously. And whatever other comments you sent, I guess I don't think it went through. I don't think it went through or whatever. But make sure you guys continue to tap the screen. Give me a follow if you're not done. So let's knock out this quick goal. It's one coin. It's one coin. One coin. So I don't know. Okay, so we also been talking about yesterday. We talked about Trump's trending truths, right? And you're confusing the algorithm. I know. I'm confusing my damn self. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be better, and the algorithm will get better with me. Thank you, Taylor, twice. Oh, excuse me, who did that? Mm. If you guys have another device, you know what it is. Go put it up in the YouTube. Let it sit there, accumulate these hours, y'all. I need 3,000 hours to monetize on YouTube, and we have 660. So if anytime you guys can just sit your other phone or something in there, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Taylor. Hey, Yvonne. Thank you for the daily heart means. Let me get those daily heart means. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate you. Um, Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. So we were talking about the ceasefire that could yesterday, right? The little ceasefire. And the conversation was, is it real? Is it not? Hey, TJ. Is it real? Is it not? Well, I mean, people who understand a scam when they see one and understand, like, oh, why would I believe this fucking liar? Considering the fact that neither Israel nor Iran technically uh, agreed to a ceasefire. They didn't publicly say, um, yeah, we're doing a ceasefire. And one thing I didn't understand was the timeline on the ceasefires, right? It was like, oh, you'll stop in 6 hours.
Oh my God!
Hey, come on, ride that train, and ride it, choo. Come on, ride that train. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate it. Eat on, yes, eat on. And so, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so we were talking about and so was, hey, thank you, Danley. I appreciate it. Dan Leo, thank you so much. So we were talking about Lou. You were actually somebody who thought that Donald Trump had got us out of said thing. Do you want to talk about how that's actually not happening? Yeah, what happened to I think he had concepts of a ceasefire. I don't think it went like what you thought it went. Yes, come on up. Y'all tap the screen. Let's get to 20K, you guys. I mean, yeah, let's get to 50K, you guys. Let me see where we at. Somebody let him up. Come on, ride that train and ride it. And if you guys don't know, we are in the Community Fest event that's on TikTok, y'all. The royal family will move up on the TikTok if we get in the top 200. So yes, if you guys could, that particular gift is, yes, the community crown. Thank you, Lou. Who else is that? Thank you, Dan Leo. I appreciate it as well. Let's go. Come on, ride that train and ride it. Woo, woo. Yes. What up? Welcome in. How are you doing today? How you feeling?
What's up, my Negro?
I'm hollering. Yeah. So how you feel about the ceasefire?
What's the update? Because last time I checked, it was they both agreed and they went against Trump's wishes, which is a sign of disrespect.
Uh-huh. And Trump cussed the media out because of it, right?
But what he's doing is because there's a narrative on the MAGA side that Trump answers to Israel instead of the other way around, right? So Trump is an egomaniac, right? This is the same guy that that went against Elon Musk after he spent $44 billion on Twitter and $280 million on his campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and he went against Elon Musk's wishes. So Trump doesn't. Uh, One thing I know about this egomaniac, he doesn't adhere to anybody. So there's a narrative that's in the media, that's in MAGA circles, that Trump's answer to Israel. So what he's doing is he's going to make either example out of Israel and say, listen, if you guys don't listen to what I tell you, there's going to be repercussions. We might take aid from you, or
Hey,
they
Trump.
listen and make him look good.
So what do you think about them going against his ceasefire?
No, I think they're going to listen eventually. You know how like I've been in this situation. Like I was Trump
They
in this situation.
with hold on. Israel Israel never agreed to a ceasefire.
They did agree
Okay, well then why they still uh
because listen, it's like all right. Because I remember like my brother and his baby mama, right? They be fighting like animals, right?
oh, you like when
And
your brother tell his baby mama I'm not gonna cheat no more, but he really is.
exactly. So when
So he
she
not
mad and
listening to
catch
her.
him
He don't
cheating,
care.
right? But when she mad and catch him cheating, I try to intervene. Hey, listen, let's sit down. Let's do a conflict resolutions. But the cheating just happened, so it's like the wound is still open. So she swing on him while I'm trying to get the mediation. That's what Trump is going through. He's
Mm-hmm.
talking to two bitter baby mamas and daddies. Uh, Israel is the bitter baby mama. Iran is the bitter baby father, and then Trump is me. He's trying to intervene and say, hey, this is a good conflict resolution for y'all. They actually agree, but they still in the midst of their feelings. So
So
they're
do you think that while your brother and your baby mama are arguing, right?
Mhm.
And you trying to just mediate, and then you punch the shit out of the baby mama, you think she gonna listen to you?
Wait, me?
Right,
Wait.
because that's what Trump did. He
Oh,
dropped
oh,
bombs
that's
on
valid. Oh no, that's I'm
Iran and think
following.
that they just supposed to be like, okay, yeah, I want peace.
That makes sense. You're right. So, but right,
Who said you
she,
vote for? Who you say you vote for?
Marianne Williamson.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't vote for. I didn't vote for Trump. Marianne Williamson. I donated to her campaign. I did my first interview with her, and that was a good analogy. I'm liking. But anyways, damn, I can't argue that. That was a good one. That was a good comeback. But the thing is, the bitter baby mama agreed even after I slapped the
right, but
hell out
after
of
you
her.
slap her, and if she just said, I just want to get out of this, and then I'm gonna go behind your back and do something, you think she's gonna adhere to her
It's
word to y'all
justified. It's
after
actually
y'all did that?
justified. No, no, it's justified based off that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So Iran is right for retaliating. but Israel's in the wrong. So my brother is Israel. You wrong for listen. Even though I put my hands on her when I don't put my hands on women. This
Right.
is just, this is a narrative. I never
But
put my
why
hands on a
would you
woman.
join him in putting your hands on her, knowing that your brother is wrong? So if Trump
Because
knows
one
that
thing
Israel
I
is
got
wrong, why
blind
would he join him
loyalty.
and drop bombs on him?
Exactly. See, the thing is, that's my brother, right? So that's my baby brother. So Israel is like my baby brother. Like America created that whole concept.
You
We've been
got to come back
financing
when
them.
we talk about why black males don't protect black women too, because
Well, we're not gonna do
that's your
that
brother.
because I'm gonna crash out behind black women. But I'm
You just
saying,
said you that's your brother.
but family over everything, right? But I don't condone abuse. That's the thing. So I got to cut in. That's why I'm
Why is my
intervening.
voice low on YouTube? Hold on, really quick. Let me try to
All right, bet.
do the audio. Let me do this. Carla, if you can hear me on YouTube, let me know. I have it turned all the way up. I don't know why it does that. And you guys, I have an Amazon wish list in my bio. I'm trying to get a Shure mic. It is $300. Okay, if y'all want to patch up to
Yo,
get
how
some.
much I got to pay you to permanently never ban me again?
I
Like,
told you the 1,000, but somebody
can we
already said.
renegotiate?
Somebody already said whatever you gonna pay, they'll offer doubles to drop to make sure you don't get that.
Wait. Because once we agree, you can't. I can't get bought out. That's not. See, you ain't read the art of the deal by Trump, right?
No,
If
why
we
would I
agree
do
to
that?
terms,
He doesn't know how to make a deal. He just sit up here and said it. He said it was a
he stole that
complete.
from somebody
He said
else.
it
Somebody else
was.
wrote that.
He stole what? The book.
No, he stole like the book. It's in his name, but somebody else wrote it. Somebody else read it
So
for him.
you
It was
know
I
what that
forgot his name.
probably
It was
means.
it was a Jewish dude.
You know what that probably means? That
What
he
that
don't know
mean?
what it says.
But I'm saying if we agree to terms that I send you 1,000 and I never get banned, and then you go behind my back, you doing what Israel did.
You know what
You're
an
doing what
option is? If you say, "Hey, all right, I agree to 1,000," and before you pay, somebody else says, "I'll give you 2,000 to void it."
where the auction come in at. We ain't never put no auction. We both you added the auction
Yeah.
scenario to it.
Well, that's because somebody else stepped in and said, "Oh no, I'll pay 2,000 if you don't, if you don't permanently let him up." I said, "Oh shit."
But
You know how
that's
you about to get
I'll see
married?
if I
They
was
say if you object
problematic.
now, it's before all the
But listen, I'll see if I was problematic,
take the
right?
loop, just
I just sometimes I differ, sometimes I agree, but I don't disrespect. So they just doing it just
you was
because.
disrespecting
So
people on the panel last night.
I was joking because somebody was
No,
taking a
no.
boo boo.
People always
Somebody was
say
taking
it's
a
a
boo
joke
boo.
when somebody get offended.
Somebody took a boo boo live on your live, and I noticed
She
it, and
did
I tried to
not take
call
a
him.
boo boo on your on the lie.
All right, I'm gonna act like that didn't happen. Then I'm gonna act like I ain't hear the toilet flush. All right, you right.
My granddaddy say 1,000 ain't enough. Come on, granddaddy, that's what I'm talking about. And he talking
Man,
about
y'all.
negotiate. Granddaddy, he think I'm a drunk bitch. He said, "I give you 500 and a couple of
No,
bottles of
I said
tequila."
no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I said 650, and I was already gonna send you a free bottle just because
And now
you're
I
my
gotta pay for
favorite
it.
host. You ain't gotta pay for it. I'm adding
You
two
going
more.
into my ask. If I said I want 1,000 and now I gotta negotiate the free bottle that I already had. Hey Mark.
Hey, can we do a room on how women be blocking their blessings? No, I'm just serious. Like, cause I swear, y'all be too smart for your own good, and y'all be so greedy to the point where y'all block y'all blessings,
Greedy.
man. You know what I'm talking about? Cause
Greedy.
listen, I'm the type of person, man.
Bruh,
Listen, man, you might think you winning off the
you came to
thousand,
me
but you
asking
gonna get a
me
million.
how much can you pay to stay up on my live? I didn't say, hey, but if you want to stay up forever, you can pay me 1,000. I don't give a fuck.
Mm,
You came to me with an offer. I am the blessing. I don't have
mm,
to look for the blessing. I am the blessing. The fuck?
mm.
Low budget
Talk your talk.
negotiations, right? I'm like, damn, you think I'm that's what you think of me?
Man, I just met you, so you know you got to take somebody to Church's Chicken before you take them to before you give them filet mignon. Y'all be wanting filet mignon on the first day, like calm down, like
Who
your
said we was
standards
going
too high.
anywhere?
This is cyber. It's not talking about a date, but this is analogy. We still in
Even no,
analogy
even
of
then. Why you think why you think you a bitch want to go to church's chicken with you?
what's wrong with churches.
I can take myself. Pay that $1,000, baller. Clear to go. It's 222. Mm-hmm. I have to spell it. I'm fucking hollering. Hell yeah. We know our worth. Yeah. And we're not selling for nothing less. You mad? You want to negotiate a woman. You want to negotiate where you
Somebody
pay
said
cut, what
spell
you
what?
do.
Spell what?
And then when you get half-ass results, you be like, these women ain't enough. You're not even trying to put out enough, but you want to negotiate. You want to negotiate a relationship that you could, probably have in the future. That don't even make sense. And but then you be wanting to expect great
Mm,
results. You
all
be wanting to
right.
take her to church's chicken, but you want her to act like a wife at church's chicken. How you expect a bitch
Mm,
to act at work church's chicken? She should have on some motherfucking house shoes, a bonnet, the fuck, slapping her weave, chewing her gum. Make it make
wow.
sense.
I'm gonna give
Y'all
you a
be
pass
lowballing
because
yourself. Let's talk about how men be blocking their own blessings.
nah, it be the women most of the time. I ain't gonna lie. Especially y'all pretty educated
Thank you,
women.
meanie
Y'all be
boy.
anyways.
Anyways,
But
the
yeah, let's get you
ceasefire.
back to the Trump.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ceasefire.
all right, so the Trump thing, right? Back to my analogy, right? So
Where you
so
you and your
I'm
brother jump his baby mama,
yeah, but listen, that's
and
my
then you
brother.
want her to
So
listen to you. Tap the
she
screen,
got
everybody,
brothers.
please.
She got brothers and allies. Like I'm looking at China and Russia as Iran's allies, right? Now Israel got they big brother helping them out, right? So when I put my hands on you as the woman, you supposed to go grab your big homies.
That's what
China,
Iran is doing. Do you know that Putin said that he will
he's
back
not gonna do
Iran?
nothing. No, he's not. He's not. He's not going to back them directly. He can't even handle Ukraine. The United States playing chess. They already had this plan 3 years ahead.
Thank you, meanie boy.
They
So
already
meaty
kept
ass.
Russia occupied. They already kept Russia occupied with the Ukraine by financing, giving Ukraine $200 billion to go after Russia, and then now they're going after Iran, and China is definitely not going to intervene because they make way more money with the United States than Iran makes than they make with
Have
the
you been paying
Iran. So
attention?
yeah, I've been paying close attention.
Have you been paying attention to the tariffs when Donald Trump was trying to do a
They
tariff
just
war, and he said, "Fuck y'all, we don't need y'all," and then they added all our secrets,
yeah about the Chanel and
right?
all the
And then you know that these precious minerals, I think it is it ammonia, antimony. Anyways, there's some type of minerals or something that they use to help
with your
build better
skin.
surveillance, better technology, and better weapons, and they will not sell it to America. And it's also what Iran has just announced not too long ago that they also have found that mineral in their lands. They
Yeah,
don't
but I'm
need
saying
y'all to see, and just like
don't
we
say
were
they don't
saying,
need us. They definitely need us.
no, what they need. Okay,
It's
what they
mutual.
need us
It's
for? Tell
mutual
me what they need us
beneficial.
for.
Our spending, our consumer spending in the United States, we spend a lot of money on their goods and what they produce.
Hmm.
So we're in the United
Let
States,
me tell you
our
something,
consumers,
because this
we
would
spend the
this will
most money.
this what men do too. The
Oh my God.
last thing you want to do is give somebody an opportunity to realize that they don't need you. It's easy to be like, yeah, we spend a
Mm.
lot of money with them. But if you keep putting strains on them and they start finding other allies and getting creative to figure out other ways to make money and realize they don't need you, you can no longer call nobody's bluff. You can no longer bully somebody because they're going to say, okay, go ahead then. That's why when Donald Trump was talking about them damn tariffs, and he was like, yeah, we're going to put 145% tariffs. He was like, all right, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it on you too. Then he was like negotiating, right? Then he was like, answer my phone. He wasn't even answering Donald Trump's phone no more. I don't give a fuck. He said, yeah, you know what we can do? We'll go straight to your consumer. Tell them all that luxury stuff that y'all buy for $1,000. I'll sell it straight to you for $10 a buck. That way, if I do have to pay the tariff, I still come out cheaper than going through the big corporations and the companies that's trying to fuck us. And you know what Donald Trump
Mm.
said after that? Okay, no more tariffs. Tariffs off. Tariffs off. Tariffs off. I was just kidding. Just
Mm.
playing.
I'm gonna keep it real. The art of the deal beat
But you gotta let that book go.
no. I'm saying because China created the what's the book they created with the war, art of war versus the art of the deal. Trump won that tariff war against China respectfully.
How?
They conceded to his
We got
demands.
Fendi for Fender prices, okay? So how they do it?
Well, I don't got no smoke for China. I actually rock with my Chinese folks. But my thing is, you that Ukraine, it was a necessary. I think we should have
No,
overthrew their
no. How did China win this the spinning the tariff war?
because they conceded to the tariffs. They agreed to the deal. They came down to agreement.
What and how much
Uh,
is it?
I forgot the details, but it was
So
like
how do
two
you know
weeks
we
ago.
won? How you know it ain't the same damn thing?
No, it's not the exact same thing. No,
What is it
definitely not.
then?
Hold on.
Okay. Well, while you go look for that, you guys. Oh, so they haven't agreed. Hey, hey, let's get this goal. Let's hit this goal like a hoe. Hey, let's hit this goal. Let's hit this goal. Yeah, like a hoe. Let's hit this goal. Let's hit this goal. They dropped the tariffs over 50%. Still no agreement. Wow. Wow. Mm. Mm. Oh, in the meantime, you guys, could you guys give me a follow? Oh, look, I was just about to say that. Can you guys give me a follow if you have not done so already? Let's tap the screen. Let's get it all the way up to 75K. I appreciate you guys for being here. Tippity tippity tap 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 tap.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. No
So
problem.
so before it was 145%, right? And
No,
it
no.
got
How,
dropped.
how much was no? He proposed 145%. They
It
was in
got
the
dropped
tariff
down to
war.
55%.
We're at 55%, and China has
Yes.
agreed.
Well, I don't know. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah. Somebody about to let up. What's today? 24th? Y'all, Ironheart comes out tonight. Make sure you're watching it on Disney. It's the Black Iron Man, and it's a woman, you guys. So definitely support Ryan Coogler. Support our black actors, our black producers. Let them know they should make more stuff like this. Okay. And has everybody saw the video of Donald Trump losing his shit because of the tariff? Watch it, run it up, okay? Give him money in the bank. Shawty, what you think, y'all? And I'm going and don't watch. Yeah, just
It's
make sure we got to put money.
55%.
Go ahead.
It says 55% tariffs on Chinese goods and 10% Chinese tariff on American goods.
So the two countries have
That's
agreed to
official.
set a 55% total U.S. tariff on Chinese imports and 10% reciprocal tariff on Chinese goods. Yes, 55%, a 10% baseline reciprocal tariff, 25% from earlier first term tariffs, 20% additional tariffs tied to what? So it's not 55% in total, right? I mean, it's 55% in total, but it's not 55%. It's 10% baseline reciprocal tariff, 25% from earlier first term tariffs, and it's 20% additional tariffs tied to Fenty related measures. Why is Fenty coming in? Is that for probably for the hospital? I'm assuming. Cause well, hold on, I got questions.
What's the question?
Why are we- Um, because it's a 20% tariff on Fenty. I can't say it's the name of a drug, the one that they're supposed to be cracking down on. But my question is,
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's because for medical reasons. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Uh,
pharmaceutical.
yeah. So it's not a 55% tariff. It's a 10, a 20, or a
Oh,
25,
good.
depending on what it is.
What was it prior to? What was prior to the terrorist war? What was the?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm trying to because that's how we got to. We talking about pharmaceuticals. We can't say the word.
Uh,
Because yeah, that's the most important. What was before and what was after?
Yeah, Fenty Beauty, and not Fenty Beauty. For the medical industry, the things that people be ODing on. Prior to the trade war escalating during Trump's second term, and retained most of Trump's tariffs on China and even introduced new targeted tariff in strategic sectors. Upon taking in 21, kept in place nearly all the tariffs. So it was Chinese goods hovered around 20% for it said it hovered around 20%, up from the near zero in 2018. New strategic sector tariffs in May. These tariffs were modest in scale, 4% of total imports from China, intentionally aiming at specific industries with limited immediate price impact. So it just seems like everything kind of hovered around 20%. Also impose export controls and investment restrictions, especially on advanced chips, telecommunications, AI hardware. This one's under Biden. Bottom line, no major tariff rollbacks occurred under Biden. He embraced strategic protectionism, prioritizing manufacturing resilience and national security. His approach was more targeted compared to Trump's broad-based tariff hikes, focused on sectors like EV, semiconductors. Yeah, so he had a little bit more strategic. So little things were different. Some things were different. His Trump era tariffs, they hovered around 20%. So it's pretty much damn near the same. 20%
Okay.
because his right now it's one at 10%, one at 20%, and 25%, 20% on the shrugs, and 25% from earlier first term. So it went up by 5%, but it's a 10% baseline reciprocal tariff. It's just a blanket.
My thing is, I think China's soft, man. To keep it real, because listen, so they got a deal with Iran, right? It's a $400 billion deal, 25-year strategic partnership, where Iran gives them oil for cents on a dollar, and in exchange, China built helped build up their infrastructure,
This is
right?
with
Railroad.
Iran.
Yes. So this was a deal between China and Iran, a $400 billion, 25-year strategic partnership. It started
Uh-huh.
in 2021, and they did this while we had tariffs under Biden complained about this. They did this while we had tariffs on Iran, right? So the
Basically
fact that
trash.
China allowed us to go to a place where they are investing infrastructure in, right, and in return they're getting oil, and we bomb the infrastructure, and you don't do nothing about it, lets me know that they're not really the superpower that people portray them. So imagine if America has a $400 billion strategic partnership with a country, and then a country that we're at a trade war with pows their infrastructure. It will be all hell will break loose.
Okay.
So
Okay.
China's soft.
Okay. Um, I just want to now let's think a little logic, right? Logically, let's think a little logically, right? Did the deal that let's start here. The deal that China has with Iran, this infrastructure does the bombs that America dropped on these alleged nuclear facilities, does that affect the oil? Did
Not the
they did
oil,
they
but
did
it
they, did they bomb their oil refineries or any structure or infrastructure that is directly tied to the money that they can exchange with China?
yeah, well, no.
No, right? So
Well, no,
no.
no, 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 no. Yes, yes, because America finance. We're we're the people that finance Israel's right military. So we give them three
Okay,
billion dollars a year,
okay.
and
So
they're at war with and
even the things that the ones that Israel dropped, did they drop any kabooms on Iran that
infrastructure.
right? Did any of their infrastructures that directly tied to what the deal that China has with them?
Yes, Yes, they so when Israel went to war with Iran, they was messing up their infrastructures, bombing bases. It was a hospital they got hit, which
Okay,
is
you okay?
qualified as
I don't think you
railroads,
understand
etc.
my question. What type of deal does China have with Iran?
Okay, so it started in 2021, right?
What type of
It's a
deal is it?
so China invests in Iran's infrastructure, railroads, hospitals, etc. Right, and then
Mm-hmm.
in exchange they get uh, cheaper oil, right? And this is a 25-year, $400 billion strategic partnership.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about United States bombing their oil refinery because it's
Oh
not a
well,
war.
the first time, if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say that they had a oil deal with them. That's why I asked. Was they
No, it's not a oil. It's not oil. It's
okay?
oil
That's why I
and
understand why you
no,
even
it
okay.
is oil. It's oil and infrastructure. So Iran gives them cheaper oil, and in return, China invests $400 billion in their infrastructure
Hold on. China committed to invest
to
300
help
to
build their
400 billion
infrastructure.
in Iranian oil, gas, petrochemicals, infrastructure, transportation, and ports. In exchange, Iran agreed to provide heavily discounted oil and gas, typically 12 to 32% below market rates, and settle payments in, hold on, there we go, settle, oh, in renminbi or other currencies to avoid the dollar. Okay, I didn't even know that was a currency. So, all right, and then that's just the first part of what I was going to bring up. So you're telling me, and then what's his name? Us. We bombed them on what a few days ago, right?
Yes, but you
Yeah,
got to this
infrastructure
way as
isn't
well.
nuclear. Okay, that too. So you want China? You think China's soft because they didn't just jump out there and start throwing bombs?
I'm saying like there's been
Because
this weird
I
narrative that
I would
Russia.
think that someone would be more strategic and kind of put a plan together.
Yeah, I'm
See,
saying
Donald
that.
Trump don't put no plans together. He just go willy nilly. Because
But
why
this is
the
the
fuck are
United
we even
States
over
thing.
there?
But this is a bipartisan thing because even under Biden was complaining about this deal in 2001 because we had sanctions on them and China went against our sanctions and did this strategic partnership with Iran,
Well,
right?
if Donald Trump wouldn't have pulled out of the Iran deal, who we might not even be here at this moment.
Um, that's debatable.
Why you say that? Because when the Iran deal that Obama put, they wouldn't even nowhere close to building any nuclear weapons. They only had like I think like 4% of uranium, and now they're up to 60% ever since Donald Trump pulled out of it. Because even though we in the Iran deal, we were able to help them, they would still be able to get food. They can help stabilize their company. I mean their country, but not enough for them to build any weapons. When he pulled us out of the Iran deal, it allowed them to be able to generate more uranium, but it also destabilized their country. So not only am I able to build these weapons, I'm also mad because you're destabilizing my country. So I'm going to have a vendetta too.
That makes sense. Um, but they ain't got nothing to do with my point. See, my initial premise was China, because they do a lot of like because there's this weird narrative that Russia and China is going to overtake United States empire as the world superpower. It's just all cap. Because so first with Ukraine, it exposed Russia is not the superpower that everybody's been portraying. Right? They barely can beat a country that was the poorest country in Europe prior to the war. And then China, the fact that our biggest ally in the Middle East, which is Israel, is going to our country with the United States backing and they're messing up the infrastructure that y'all supposed to, and y'all didn't do anything about it outside of talking. It's
Um
just cat, man. Like
D
America.
do something. Thank you for the dollar for sanctions on nukes with that deal. And also it's called free trade. Iran can trade with anyone. But my thing is, the first time y'all drop some coconuts for do something. Thank you. We got our first couple of dollars in our donations for the night. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. But my thing is, when Donald Trump was in office the first time, he already started ruffling feathers. He did this thing the first time with China.
They did,
So
yes.
China are
Fact.
going is going to start negotiating with other people. That's what I'm saying. They're going to start laying out their options and seeing who else that they can fuck with, so that they next time if Trump come back in this motherfucker, I don't have to worry about him again because I'm already setting it up. Like your baby mama, she know he cheating, so she already lining up the next nigga for when he cheat again. I'm gonna have somewhere else to go. I'm not gonna keep
But
sitting and waiting. I'm not gonna let you cheat again and then try to figure out my plan. She already saving money. She already putting money in her savings account because she finna go get her own apartment. The next time he do this, like, you expect China
you
to just
think
sit there and
America's
lay
just
down.
gonna
They're
sit back?
not being soft. They're being strategic.
So you think America just gonna allow this, just sit back and just
What
allow
they
this to
gonna
happen?
do?
This is the American empire. What do you mean? What we gonna do?
Tell
Listen, let me
me.
tell you.
Tell me
All
what they
right,
gonna
so
do. You already told Russia already said that they's going back Iran. You know about
how
BRICS, right?
they can't even
You know
they
about
can't even win
BRICS,
a
right?
war versus Ukraine.
You know about BRICS, right?
They struggling versus the poorest country in Europe prior to the war, which is Ukraine.
They're
They're
not the poorest
struggling.
country if we're aiding them.
They was the poorest country
Do something
before
for
the
the dollar
war.
for China doing all type of shit to mess with Trump. Okay? Everything. He coming from every angle.
I don't think we realize, like, all right, so I'll give you an example. And I'm not saying I condone this. I just understand the United States, and from an interest standpoint, I don't condone it because I don't agree with this imperial way, but this is how they move. So when Gaddafi tried to nationalize, create his own gold currency, I mean, his own currency backed by gold, right? That was going to directly impact the
Get my
United
eyebrows
States,
lifted.
right? What did he? What did the United States do under Obama? He we armed the rebel groups against Gaddafi. They they got him out of there,
Thank you,
and
Eric,
like
Carla, meaty boy. Go
this
ahead.
is what happens when you go against United States interests, right? We will like we did in Iran in 1953, right? Like this is the American empire. When people go against our interests, right? Whether it's indirectly or directly, there's going to be consequences to those actions.
What happens to the bully at the end of the day?
Tell me, because we still listen, man. When I go out to the country, because I'm about to go to France soon. When I go out the country, this dollar is still the world reserve currency. I'm gonna see the money. I got some. See. Um, so yeah, I mean, we benefit from like all of these Americans and people that act like they anti-America, right? There's this thing called the naturalization, where people when people come to this country, they got to basically say that it's called the national author. What is it when people they got to sign something when they come to the country? I forgot the name of it. But basically, they got to agree to basically take up arms against their own country, right? To become a citizens, right? So people complain about America being bullies, but they come over here, assimilate, right, and then they benefit from the fruits of American imperialism. So a lot of this stuff be performative. These people be capping. Oh, I hate the big bad bully. But you come over here, right? You before you get a citizenship, right? I'm trying to figure out the names. Somebody put it in the chat. It's something that every immigrant, because I'm Black American on both sides, so I ain't. But so I ain't never had to. I ain't never had to do this. But it's something where every immigrant, before they get the citizenship, they got to agree to take up arms against their own country that they migrated from, if it was to happen.
Okay.
Nationalization, something. So that's what I'm saying. This big bad bully stuff, we benefit from this.
I don't think you understand like what's happening. You
What's
think
happening? I'm trying to figure out.
if we are so entitled here in America, okay? I live in Afghanistan. I'm a kid. I'm 3, 4, 5, and I watch America come in and beat my mom. I mean, drop kabooms, do all of this, and then I get a chance to go to America and I act like I assimilate and I do this, and I'm nothing but a sleeper cell waiting. And you think that everybody's over here being performative? Da, 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 da. Have you ever seen Homeland? Do you know that the director of personnel that's under Trump is a former KGB agent?
Yeah, for sure. This is the America's corrupt. There's corruption on both sides.
So
I
if
agree.
he's okay, now as I think about it, if the president allows a former KGB agent to be his director of personnel, whose side would you think he's on?
Yeah. So I don't want to.
No,
I don't
I'm
act
just
like
saying, like if
I'm
we're thinking,
defending
if
Trump.
we're thinking
I'm never defending
critically,
Trump. I'm pro. Listen, I vote Democrat. I voted for Marion Williamson.
why you didn't vote for
So
Kamala Harris?
uh, because I finance. I work with her directly. She's one of my mentors and a personal friend, and I believed in her being president, and
But
she's
did
pro
you think she was
reparations.
gonna win?
Yes, in my heart at
I
first.
don't even know who she is.
Yeah.
Oh, one second. Naquan, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Hey, I'm not staying up long because I'm heading home from the beach. But
Come
I
on,
just heard him
beach.
speak about Gaddafi. You're wrong. So Gaddafi had a what's the name out for him since 1988 when he took part in booming a Pan Am flight 103 unaliving 259 American citizens. That's the reason they went after him. It wasn't because of anything else. It was because he attacked the flight. Like you can literally look this information up. Unaliving 259 people.
Thank
I don't know where you got that gold stuff from, but y'all conspiracy theories.
She wasn't on my ballot. You voted for dumping my guy. Exactly. I didn't even see her on the ballot. Or did you vote for her in the primaries or something, Lou?
No, it was a write-in.
So you thought the write-in was gonna win the election?
I didn't think she was gonna win. No, I was joking about the winning part. All right, I believed in her. All right, but
Hey, hood
I'm thinking down the line.
storyteller. Hey, Brimmer.
I'm thinking down the line. So I invested in her campaign, and then I interviewed her, and then I also worked with her campaign. So
What made you choose to work with her or and invest in a campaign in such a crucial election?
because she initially ran on reparations. Well, wait. Can I respond to the misinformation about this dude about Gaddafi?
Yeah. And what's her name again?
Marion Williamson. She's Oprah's spiritual advisor.
She better not be white.
She better not be white.
Yeah.
What does that mean? She has a black agenda.
What it sounds like? You about to put a African American woman. Like, what is that?
African American.
Napkin.
First of all, she's not African. Black American is an ethnicity. She's black, but she's not black.
What name you won't be seeing on the ballot?
Wait, whoa. Wait. Did he just say black is an ethnicity?
Black American is an ethnicity. Yes, that's what I said. I didn't
Black
say
American
black. Black is a
not
race.
an
Black
ethnicity.
American is an ethnicity.
Black American is not an ethnicity, my boy. I'm
Where you
sorry.
from?
Who told you
Where
that?
you come from?
I'm from America. Born
Where
and
your
raised.
grandma from?
You see, come on now, all right. I'm
Where
like,
your
what
grandma
the fuck?
from?
She's from here. My ancestors are actually were slaves.
I'm so disappointed in you, Lou.
So what are
American
slaves? This I know you got inferiority complex.
Hey,
You mean
so
enslaved?
disappointed. Hey,
Black
LA, how you
American.
doing?
Black American is not an ethnicity. You must be one of them FBA.
No, I'm not. I'm not an FBA. I just said Kamala is black, but I'm saying
But
she's
again,
not Black American. I don't know what FBA is.
You can't. Yes, she was because she was born in
She
America.
was born in America.
This is how I knew you don't know.
So she's
what you're
American,
talking about.
And she's black.
Yes.
No, she's Caribbean.
Okay.
She's Caribbean. She's racially black. So listen, black and Black American is used interchangeably, right? So black is a race.
Thank you,
Yes,
Brimmer.
she's racially black. Yes, but Black American, the ethnicity is not. It's you can't hop in that because you was born in the United States. It's an ethnicity. Just like Ashkenazi Jew
Black
is an
American is not an ethnicity. It is a race. It is a phenotype. I don't know where you get
it's
this.
a race.
I don't know where you get that from. I don't know where you got that from. Please never tell nobody else that shit again. Don't.
Yeah. So,
but again,
all right. So
about the.
all right. So do you know what an ethnicity is? You just
I
said
know
your
what an
ancestors
ethnicity
was
is.
a slave. You mean
I know what a
enslaved? This is how I know you got
nationality
inferiority
is.
complex.
My ancestors, yes, my ancestors were slaves. I have ancestors that were actually
Yeah.
slaves. That's the reason I
We're not
said
gonna
it.
Okay,
argue if Kamala Harris black. We know she black. The
If
only people
I'm
that
not,
think she not black
I
is the
said
people
she was
that
black.
didn't vote for her.
I
but
said she's black. What the
you
hell?
claimed you was gonna debunk the information that I gave. Like this
All right,
information is it's not hard to find.
all right, all right. So
He
this is what.
shot down a plane.
You got it, bro.
He took place in shooting down a plane that was going from London to New York
It
with
sure did, Haley.
250. Like this is not hard information to find. It's not hard information to find. I don't know where you got that. It was
Okay, well, while
because
he
of
go find
Logan.
it, who's storyteller? How you doing today?
Hey, so I came up here for two reasons. Of course, I wanted to say thank you. You were my first package.
Let's go.
I'm so appreciative. I was having a rough day, and I opened my door, and that was on my step. I love that so much.
Y'all, can you tell them also too, like what you have going on? So if anybody here could
Oh,
help out
okay,
in any
guys.
type of way, that'd be amazing.
So I have a social initiative for my community. It's called Strangers Helping Friends, where I make survivor backpacks for houseless homies. So in those backpacks, I buy the backpacks in bulk, and I have tents, umbrellas, blankets, shirts, socks, um, hygiene products, feminine products, disposable underwear, all sorts of items. I have a credit card that I opened up just to, buy warm meals from the homeless and the houses people in my community. So I have a GoFundMe in my bio where you guys can donate to the GoFundMe, and or I have a wish list where you can directly buy some of those bulk items if you don't feel comfortable, giving money.
Where to
And
go fund me at?
it's in my bio.
Oh yeah, you black?
Yes, I'm black.
Okay, you Kamala black or you Negro black?
Oh
I'm
my
I'm Black
God.
American,
It's a
black
joke. It's a
parent, black.
joke. It's
I'm
a
like
joke. I'ma
I know,
support
I
you.
know, I know, I know. But
Yes,
no,
y'all,
I'm black.
please do. It starts with us, doing it for each other. Like I always say, black privilege. White people have white privilege because they give it to each other, and the way that we have black privilege is by giving it to each other. You guys.
Correct. So I usually do this by myself with my own money. However, I can do more for my community if I ask the community itself. You know what I mean? So I'd appreciate any and all donations or any and all purchases from that wish list. So
Hmm.
and just was my first. I don't even know how you saw that because I think I just put it up yesterday
I was
or the
literally
day before
got off late,
yesterday.
live late as fuck last night, laying in
Mhm.
my bed, decompressing. And I was on my Coach and Chaos podcast, but I can't TikTok, but I can't really comment from that one because it's a shared space.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, I was
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw you was looking at my story times.
I was laughing at them damn stories you had pinned. I was
Uh,
hollering from the Astroglide to the motherfucking Lil Wayne to Diddy bitch. And it's funny
yeah,
that the first pin and the third pin both have Astroglide are connected
yeah.
by Astroglide in some type of way.
The industry, yeah, that's their thing. Their thing is things. Is
Hmm.
Astroglide and baby oil.
Yep.
So I
Hmm.
was ahead of his time, apparently. And then the
Wait,
secondary I
where
wanted
you
to come.
shop at? You say we can click on the link and buy where?
It's a Amazon wish list in the link tree. So
Hmm.
like if you click my bio, it'll have a link tree in it. And like the first one is like the GoFundMe, I think, and then the second one is just literally directly to the Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
Shout
So
out
you
to
can
Jessica, man. I ain't gonna lie, Jessica. You're the most high vibrational person I met on this app, man. It's a lot of Black Air Force One energy.
come on
I
now.
rock with you, all right? I'll give it to you. All right.
That's that
Just don't block
royalty
your
shit.
blessings, all right? The only thing wrong with you is you be blocking your blessings sometimes. But outside of that, you a
Let me
good
tell you
person.
something.
You can't block
Anything
no blessings.
I tried to tell him earlier.
Period. You
I
can't
tried. He
block no
don't
blessings.
believe me. I am the blessing. Anything that's for me is going to be for me, and I don't need nothing that needs to be that is shiny and glittered and glamorous and gold. That's not. That's an
Praise the
illusion.
Lord.
I don't
Praise the
need any
Lord.
illusions. If it's for me, I'm gonna
Mm,
have it regardless.
mm. That's a word I needed to hear today, man.
Mm.
Because I had a concept of mine stolen.
James.
And it had me in the dumps a little bit today because I'm like, what? Somebody is creating real nigga news? Is I have been doing hood nigga news. Yeah, mouth drop. Yeah, I've been doing hood nigga news for about, I don't know, 9 months. I thought that was crazy a little bit. And so,
Baby, they always gonna say. And I got an idea, y'all. I've already created the
no.
page, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell. I'm gonna make the first video, a couple videos, and then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
send it to all y'all, and y'all will get it. Hey James, how you doing?
Hey, baby, what's up?
It's been blessed and highly, baby. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's good to
Mm.
see y'all all.
Yes, y'all.
Hey,
That y'all make sure y'all give James a follow because that's where we're going next.
Hey,
Let's
I
see.
got a quick question.
Hey, hold on, James. I got a quick question for you, James.
Oh.
Maybe it's just me. Is Black American an ethnicity? Maybe it's just me.
an ethnicity.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I thought it was. All right. Thank you. Okay.
So just because James says no, that makes it right. Oh,
I
I
mean,
got
well,
you.
James is well educated.
I'm educated. What you
I mean,
mean?
but we don't know that though.
So do I got to show y'all degrees, or should I just show y'all about my intellect and what I said come out my mouth?
I mean, but first of all,
What y'all want?
you're backing Donald Trump. I think that's the
I never
first
back.
indicator
Wait.
that
What?
people. I think that's the first indicator that people was like, oh, okay, he may
I
not.
never backed Donald Trump. When did I back Donald Trump?
For the last 2 days, you've been
I
defending
said
his
I agree.
actions.
I agree with how he's handling Iran
So
because
you thought that it was a good idea to drop bombs on them? Thank
I think we
you,
need
Beanie
to.
Boy.
I think we need to overthrow their regime. Yes.
Why?
'Cause I got a lot of Persian friends that came to the United States. A lot of my business partners is Persians. They came to the United States after 1979, and
What that got to do with
yeah,
2025?
the current government and regime, right, is real egregious. Right, they treat women bad. You can't. There, it's not a democracy. You can't speak out against the government. You can't protest.
Damn, that
People
sounds
get
very fucking familiar.
people get unalived. It's a egregious government structure. So I think
So you think
uh,
somebody should come and overthrow our regime?
no, not ours, but I'm
Why
saying, oh
not?
no, no, no,
They're
no,
they're treating women bad. You can't speak out against the government. You can't protest. You'll get deported. It's pretty much the same damn thing.
no, but I'm saying,
America
so
treats women bad. So you telling me that Adriana Smith, the one who was just incubating a baby, and they removed the baby by autopsy as her body was decomposing. Is
no,
it
that was
double time?
egregious. I
Oh,
don't
that's
agree
what
with
you
that.
asked. I didn't know what that was. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, that's egregious. But I'm saying, even the proxy wars, like because the October 7th attack, like, because I'm pro Palestine, right? But the fact that Iran
No,
backed Hamas,
hold on, I'm so sorry. It's at 10 o'clock. Mine is until 10 o'clock. My my bonus time proxy. My bonus time is from 21, 22, 23. So from 10,
Start
no,
that manually. You can set
2100 to 2300. What's that? 9 to
you can start it manually. It doesn't give you the option to start it
let me
manually.
see. Show your support at oh, can I how do I do it? How do I do that? Okay. I don't know how to do that.
I think you go into where the little sliding thing is. I can't see mine, but
I
like you
don't
can set it.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
To
I don't know if I do. I don't know where.
oh my God,
Hey, what was that? Let's go! Oh my god! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Drop some coconuts for Lou. I said I ain't
to
gonna call no more
to
people.
to the Maple MAGA in the comment, I'm willing to bet you $2,000 that you have no proof of the claim that you're making.
I don't know how to do it because I'm on the computer.
You got to go to where it is, and then right where it says what time it starts, it should be somewhere around there. Around there,
But I don't know where that is on the computer. I'm not on
where
my
it says
phone.
where it says what time yours starts.
I looked from my backup phone. I'm in here from the Culture and Chaos podcast.
Oh yeah, you gotta. You don't see the
See?
little scrolling things. You don't see the little scrolling things.
This where we at.
Where's the little bar? Where the little bar that be sliding?
It don't scroll on here.
From what I'm seeing, when I click on it, it's a military time, 2200 to 0 100.
Right, but I don't have. I would if I was on my phone streaming from my phone, I probably could see it. But because I'm on the computer, I can't. I don't know even know where to look to see it. So I had to click an honest. I'm gonna send you a picture real quick, Jane.
Okay,
Help me
cool.
out. Give me 1 second, everybody. Everybody knows your name.
I'm
Somebody.
sorry. While she's doing that, the likes are moving really, really slow. So I'm gonna need to get y'all fingers out of whatever dark place y'all got them in. Wipe them off. Don't wipe them off. I really don't care. It's not my phone. But I'm gonna need y'all to get the tap in the screen. Tapping is clapping, and she only has 15 shares with 117 people in here. She should at least have the same amount of shares. It only take one share to get it out there.
So if
So
everybody
all you
likes
magas in there, share with your memas, your pawpaws, your sister, cousin, your brother, uncle. I don't
cousins.
care. Share it with the goat dog. I really don't care. Just share it.
Thank you guys.
And no shade to whatever anybody else is going through in another country. I'm black. I'm a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know a little bit about suffering,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also feeding the homeless. In a second, I also feed the homeless in my community, right? So I see poverty. I've grown up in poverty, right? So when everybody is
Shout out to the crack
like,
babies.
you
You
say
can't say
what?
correct. Yeah, no,
You
they
can't
don't
say
hear.
that.
Say what?
CRACK. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking
My
to.
bad.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't say that.
No, no, not you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, so I it's just like going back to this voting and people being one issue voters and their issue was about G side. The G side of black women here with medical issues, trans people, it's been consistent for my people, right? And so I cannot help anybody else when we are suffering here. So whenever people's go to is to tell me about another country, I got to stop you right there. I genuinely cannot hear it. And as a black American, hey, be quiet. As a black American, I don't have the same privileges as a napkin American, NAPKIN. I don't have the privileges of other Americans in this country. We are outskirts here. You feel what I'm saying? We're struggling here just in our community itself. So I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a progressive. I'm not any of those things. I'm a black person who votes in harm reduction, which usually is voting democratically, right? So I can't hear y'all with the, oh, this other country. You got to stop talking to me. I'm on the phone. But I can't listen to that because it's disingenuous. I feel like those are disingenuous sentiments. And it's a moral high ground that is fake.
Because y'all don't care about us. Oh, Lou.
But
So we're in this event on TikTok. So if you send the one coin, can you send the it's the event fest or something like that?
I'll
So
do it.
this is to everybody in here. You guys, we're in the event, right? And we're just trying to get in the top 200. So if you want to send one coin at a time, they have a community fest, which I'm about to make it our goal really quick. I don't want to set up a new goal. We'll do 100.
How you do it?
They're in the gallery. So when you go click on the gallery, just scroll to when you see
You mean gifts?
they'll give me points to move up
Yeah,
on
click
TikTok.
gifts. Click gift.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
when you
click that.
click
Then
give,
what?
it's a community fest. That's the one coins, or they have the community crowns, which is the other two that Meaty
I don't
Boy
see
is
it.
sending right now. There's one that's $3.99. That is the what's that called? That's one that's $3.99. It's called Jolly Community. And then there's also one that's 2,999. Okay. Shout out to Jamal. Send me one of those that day. I appreciate you, my love. Um, Let me see. I'm about to make this other one the big one, the big one, the big. It's called Community something, but that's nice. Jolly Community. Let's do the 10 of those while we wait. And then we'll go to the big one later on when it's double time. Well, maybe I'll say yeah. I'll save the big
YouTube,
ones for
Yeah, I'm here.
at the top
you
of the
know
show.
what's so funny? The same ones that advocate for all of these other G sides never bring up the G sides of the black people that's happening, like Congo, Haiti.
Um,
You never hear them mention those.
None of the black people, none of the black racial people. No, 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 not ever. Just the browns. Just the browns, never the black people.
They quick to
Correct.
say Palestine, but never say Haiti, never say Congo, never say that Trump unfroze the person that was committing the G side and Congo money so he can continue the G side because Obama froze it when he was in office.
Mhm.
But they don't ever bring that stuff up. But let me get and head home from this beach. I'm gonna be in the comments. Love y'all.
Love you too. Appreciate you. What was I about to say? My phone died. Okay. But you own it. I guess it don't even matter.
A music video he posted. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't see nothing Felon 47 posts. Amen. I keep that out my cause stuff like that enrages me. It vexes me. I don't know how y'all stomach it.
You gotta protect your energy at all costs.
Yeah, because it's just like I really commend people like you and Erica Santana. When y'all get on here, y'all let them people come up and talk, and y'all keep a very cool, calm temperament. You see me, I'd be banned off the app if I ever had them folks on my panel. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm sorry, just had to put the Twitter sleep. I get it. I get it. And can I get some massive coconuts for dating in the chat? He said this is for dude that said sea babies as he heard her child. He said it when he said something else, but I already know you was over it. So drop some coconuts for dating in the chat right now. I want to see massive coconuts.
Wait, what? He
Nothing
was
but
calling my babies sea babies? Hold on, Jess. Hold on. Cause it
no. I don't think he did, but it was
Ooh.
around the time because she was like, "I'm a black woman," right?
Yeah, and then my
And he said
baby
we got our own issues. And oh boy said, "Shout out to the sea babies." But I think right at that time you had told your daughter like, "Hey, so I'm on the phone real
Yeah,
quick.
she said
Give me
because
a
she have a
second."
snack.
So I think it was all put at the same time.
Oh, girl,
And
don't
that's when I
even.
said you can't say sea babies. He was like, you like I
I
can say
did
that.
hear that part, but I
Yeah.
didn't hear. I didn't even hear it being said. Oh goodness, don't
But
stress me out.
I think Dayton still stands where he stands. Dayton, do you still stand where you stand on the drop though? Kelsey, massive coconuts, more coconuts too, y'all. Shout out to Dayton. I appreciate you, love. And then paper kids, y'all like, hey, Lou, I just said that. I'm very fair. I was listening. But he did pay to drop you though. So because there was a miscommunication, Dayton can say, "Oh, my bad," and you can come back up, or he can say, I said what I said." He can say, "I said what I said."
One thing about it, they ain't gonna pay to get somebody dropped.
Okay, let me say, he doing so much. He got his own song. We be like, "Tell him Dayton said it." Like, wow. Okay, and then it was one day he dropped like 5 people in a row, and I was literally like, "Do you know who Dayton is?" That's where we got it from. I was like, "Do you know who Dayton is?" He said, "Get the fuck out." That's not SRs at what time? Oh, 9 for me. I only have an hour for tonight. Okay, got you. 9 CST. So 2100 is 9 o'clock CST, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dayton. Dayton ain't said nothing. Dayton, where you at? You gotta take that up with Dayton. You know who Dayton is? I'm hollering. Dayton don't play. He don't play by black women either. Okay. Visitor, how you doing? How you doing today? I understand that you would not unalive, cuss these folks out. And he shouldn't.
Well,
And don't let
the
ain't
first word
nobody.
wasn't too bad either. I'd do both if I had them on my panel.
You do what?
Yeah, you were saying underline, and then you said cuss out. Yeah, girl, I don't know. It could be both and or I don't know. But y'all really have the patience of an angel. Mm.
You know, people used to tell me that, especially when we first started, because people was really up in arms. Now they feel like they somebody. Hey, boo, how you been, nobody? CJ, how you doing tonight? They said I said what I said, okay? Um, but Lou, you can pay $100 to come back up. Hey, Lady Lando, thank you for the crown. Carla, thank you for the community, the
Oh
Jolly
my
community.
God!
Mama Boo! Hey, thank you.
Woo!
Let's fucking go. Okay, Mama said, Blue said, put my name up on the top of that bitch. Put my name up on the top of that bitch. Put my name on the top of that bitch. Put my name on the. Hey, 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 hey. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Hey, Irene, how you doing? How you feeling? Let me do a quick mod announcement. I'm gonna put you guys on mute as you come up. And then let me do a quick mod announcement, and we're gonna get to it. Can I get massive coconuts from on Blue who just dropped that yeah? She dropped the community one. Okay, that's the big one I was talking about. You guys, shout out to Mama Blue. Mama Blue don't play, but they baby. Okay, me being a baby. Goldie, thank you for the community fest. Yes, thank y'all for all the community fest gifts. If you guys want to send gifts, if you could send them in the community gifts, that would be amazing. I would appreciate it. It helps gives me points to move in this. If you look up at the top right, you'll see community fest somewhere around here. We are 63,000 points for 100, but we have a couple of times at 2,100, which is at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock. It will turn into bonus time. And so we'll probably stay on about like 10 minutes after that. We'll see if anybody have any for that. And then we'll head over to Jamal's, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Hey! Thank you for the Jolly Nicole. I appreciate you. Thank you, Golden, as well. Yeah, so the community fest gifts comes in 1 coin, 99 coin. What else? 3.99, 2.999. If you want to act up, 14.999, 25.999, 42.999. King Leonardo. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who King Leonardo is. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, Lennon Jones. How you doing today? Okay, before he come, give me a follow if you guys are not done. So tap screen. Let's get up to 100K. I appreciate you guys for being here. Keep tapping. Share the live with 3 people right now. No more than 3 people. Let's get the shares up. Please don't spam it. Just 3 people. Hey, thank you, Naquan. Let's go, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Just 3 people. Allegedly, if you spam it, it'll hurt the live. Allegedly, some type of way. And then every 5 minutes we'll share with 3 more people, you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Lennon.
Yes.
How you
Do you hear
doing?
me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I won't keep you long. I'm just a little frustrated because I just found that 128 Democrats just voted to not impeach Donald Trump.
Why the fuck would
Did
they
you
do that?
did you hear about that? It happened today.
Why would they do that?
There was 126 Democrats voted to not impeach Donald Trump.
128.
Yes, 128.
That must be a hot topic because that's the first thing that pop up when I said which Democrats.
John Cole got the list on his page.
Huh. Pete Aguilar from California. Gabe, Jake.
There's a lot of Californians on there.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of them on that list. Which is interesting, but considering y'all a liberal state.
Mm-hmm.
That's really crazy.
Because of craziness. That craziness is right. Because they couldn't get the vote. Hey, Mama Blue said I'm acting up today. Nobody, thank you. I ain't seen nobody in a long time. I know it's like Lynn's, but we come from another app and there was nobody. Very interesting. That is very interesting. It's giving somebody. It's giving you finna get voted out in 2026. The fuck. Illinois, Oregon, yeah, it's like one.
I mean, who can be
2.
trusted? I mean, I don't even know who can be trusted now.
Nobody. Everybody got a number at 5, 6.
Now, realistically, impeachment wouldn't have gone through unless Republicans switched over to the Democratic side for that to even be voted up, right? But 128 Democrats going to the rest. So that's actually very scary. It's like at this point now, I like what
do you
are
think
we
their
doing?
reasoning is?
There's no logical reasoning behind it.
There's logical reasoning. The logical reasoning is anybody can bring an impeachment resolution. And some people want to peacock and do it before it's time, do it before they have the votes for it, for the sake of symbolism. Symbolism doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the votes. So it's just like me saying, oh, I got something, but let's hold it till next week. And instead of holding it till next week, you tell me today, and then I go blab it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you're not ready yet. And I think that that's the issue, that they weren't ready yet.
I think you're giving too much grace. I don't believe that that was the thought process. Even if they wasn't ready as a Democrat, I still wouldn't have voted against that. So it's still not a logical thought process in
Yeah,
my.
yes. Yeah, well, I disagree. I think it is logical when people are setting you up to be scattered and all over the place. Like, that's what the Democratic Party looks like. They are, the other side is united in hatred, so they just do stuff and they can pass a vote. We look like a bunch of chickens running around with our head cut off. You got to know where, you got to know what hill to unalive on or not. And I think that that's my issue with it. I have absolutely no reason to disagree that I think he needs to be impeached and convicted. You don't have enough votes. So you're just saying yes to something to what end? To say you did it? What is that? What is that but grandstanding? So I hear you, Janae. I
Well,
don't.
yeah, and I'm not. I understand that. No, I'm not saying what you're saying is illogical, but and then I understand what you're saying. We like chickens with the head cut off. We don't have the power though. But my thing is now we look more disconnected than ever with 128 people being like, no, that looks even worse to me, in my opinion.
I know. So, do you think that say they were all together, do you think somebody jumped the gun and threw the impeachment in, or do you feel like they all agreed on it and then people backed out?
I think that somebody jumped the gun.
Mhm.
I think somebody jumped the gun. I think that you you again, you got to know where to hold them and fold them. It would have been disjointed anyway, because the reason was the War Powers Act, and to the point, to the credit of somebody in the chat, right? Like, a ton of them get money from APAC, for good or for bad. They're not, they're okay with them helping because they get a ton of their campaign money from that. And so you weren't going to get 100% of Democrats anyway, because when you file a impeachment articles, you have to give reasons. And I think the reasons on that impeachment article was for war powers. I think you got to build a more solid case than just that, because you have a ton of people, including Democrats in the Senate side, saying, like, well, it was an imminent threat because they were building a boom boom that was nuclear in nature, right? So, like, it's not the best case to make. When you do impeachment articles, you need to be more comprehensive. War powers, abuse of power, you have to list out several things. I think what the issue is here is, like, you did something sloppy in a rush that you don't have the votes for the sake of looking to people like you did something,
Mhm.
when in all actuality, you didn't do anything but give them a talking point that something failed. And even if the 128 had voted for it, it would have still failed. So that for me, it's like our messaging problem is our biggest problem. You don't do things willy-nilly, because now the news cycle is, oh, 128 Democrats voted against it in lieu of. Yeah, you want to mute that? Oh, thank you. I think you now have the talking point of the week being 128 Democrats voted against. Can you believe they did that? I don't think that anybody supports him. I don't think there's a single person in Congress that's Democrat that supports him. But your case has to be solid. You have to determine, is it the thing that is going to be effective? Otherwise, it is all for peacockery.
If I sent the request as accident, okay, thank you. What was I about to say? And proof. Do you think that they also too waiting for the proof of if there was actually any nuclear or something there or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all has to play a part. We don't have any independent reporter,
Yeah.
right? Like, and he's not giving intelligence briefings, so we don't know what was on the other side of those briefings. And the fact of the matter is, they have let him do some things that are interesting. So all the inspector generals were fired. Those are the people that would come and say, no, this intelligence was manipulated, right? Like, they would investigate.
Mhm.
And inspector generals are apolitical. They let him fire all of them and install his own people. So even those inspector generals are not going to.
So everybody's against them.
Yeah, so, like, you're not making sense. You just end up being Even if you had impeached him, you weren't going to convict, and you don't have enough votes to impeach. It is something that should have waited till midterms because we're going to take back the House. All you did was invite a negative news cycle because you didn't do something that people really want. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on, say,
Can I
say.
speak on it?
Okay. I was trying to adjust my thing because people on YouTube said
You,
it's really
20,
low in the bottom.
108 Democrats supported Trump that didn't impeach him. There's a reason they didn't impeach him because they glad what he did. If they thought the Democrat Party thought they could impeach him, every one of them would have voted to impeach him and begged Republicans to do that too. But they knew they didn't have nothing. Some people are waking up and realizing the media has lied to y'all, and 80% of y'all have now woke up, and there's about 20% of y'all are like sheep.
Well, I won't be taking lectures from people that don't know what they're talking about. They didn't vote against it for the reasons I stipulated. People aren't supporting him.
They do.
His approval ratings are underwater by 24%,
They are. What's his approval rating at right now?
40%, 42%.
44 to 54%, depends on what chart, right?
Okay, so that's the lowest for any president in the same place in their tenure.
Is it 44 to 54? Now,
Hold on,
what's the
where did you get
Democrat approval
44?
rating?
Where did you
There's
get
no
44
Democratic.
at?
What's
I mean,
the
54. Where
Democrat
did you get
approval
54?
rating?
There's no
No, we're talking
Democratic.
about the president. There's only one president.
Right. What's the Democrat approval rating?
Every
Which Democrat?
Every single Democrat.
Your finger on the speaker.
Democrats.
Every single.
Right, but one Democrat.
Every single Democrat that has held the office.
The Democrat approval rating is down to 16 to 20%.
Which Democrat?
Every single Democratic president at this point in their tenure, he has the lowest approval rating in history for a president.
The only reason he's got a low approval rating is because the Democrats are the ones doing the polls in Democrat places. Just like y'all said, Miss Harris was winning the election by a landslide. All y'all polls wasn't accurate. They're still not accurate. Okay. Why is everybody leaving the Democrat Party?
Can you take a deep breath?
Why is everybody leaving the Democrat Party?
Are you okay? Can you breathe, sir?
Do what, ma'am?
Are you okay?
Oh, I breathe fine, pretty good, I think.
Okay, we take care of everybody over here. Hector, how you doing? Irene, we're about on there. I'm just now seeing. Okay, go ahead.
So what actual poll numbers or what actual sources will ever prove?
So y'all telling me that they didn't show Joe Biden ahead in the election and Miss Harris ahead in the election?
Oh, well, hold on. One second. She's going to ask you a question.
Guys? What if we gave you data and sources right now? What would ever prove true to you guys? Because no matter what we quote or say, you're gonna say, "Oh, but the y'all." What is true to you guys besides Fox News? Besides whatever information you find from your Republican sources, we can do nonpartisan
proof
sources.
Is what most people is common sense. When people go around saying Joe Biden is perfectly mentally stable, nothing's wrong, and everybody sees the man can't stand up and commit a sentence or walk. I mean, people sees with their own eyes that the Democrat Party's lying to them on every topic. It comes out that the Democrat Party's lying on everything they say.
So by that same logic, what you're saying is that all the times that Donald Trump stumbles and falls, all the times that he can't complete full sentences, all the times that he makes errors, that he's incompetent from your same logic. I'm just asking.
Well, it would. If what you said compared to apples, yes, you'd be accurate. But there's a difference of reading off of a
stumbling up the Air Force One.
There's a difference when you read off of a teleprompter.
No.
Like Joe Biden did and Miss Harris.
Oh my God.
Miss Harris even had earrings. People spoke to her. Joe Biden read off of a teleprompter. Donald Trump would get out in front of a crowd and speak out loud. The Democrat Party can't do that.
Those were Tiffany earrings. Those were Tiffany earrings. I know you guys probably don't know what Tiffany is, Those were typically.
Has she worn them since, ma'am? Have they been wearing them since? She
Yes.
wore them the whole time she was
She had them on
campaigning,
today.
but now they're gone, right?
She had them on in her
No,
speech
she has
today.
them on. She still
Now
wears
she
them.
threw them away, right?
No, she still
And
wears them.
When was the last time you saw her?
go look up them earrings and look at them earrings and see if they ain't hearing devices.
She has
Okay,
more than
so-
one pair of earrings, believe it or
So,
not.
so you're
Y'all
right
can't be
now.
that dumb.
Y'all,
That's what gets me. How do y'all play so dumb? Or y'all are smart enough and y'all are trying to hope that the other
Sir,
people don't catch on.
okay, listen.
Y'all are a
In this
joke
conversation,
until y'all finally wake
Leave
up
him.
and realize how much of a failure y'all are. Y'all will always
Hey,
be a
Sergeant.
joke.
Okay, so listen. Nobody's buying what you're
And
selling.
y'all have a good day.
Nobody's buying what you're selling.
I know it. I ain't a snake oil salesman like the
Yeah.
Democrat Party.
The Democrat
And none
or
of it-
Democratic
none of
Party?
it's
Your
good. Y'all,
president is
Democratic
nobody.
selling
Party.
carnival
Y'all are at
treats.
18%. It
is
shows
selling
nobody
carnival
wants what
treats.
y'all
So
sell.
it's the Democratic Party, not the Democrat Party. Since we're talking about saying things appropriately, Democratic Party, not the Democrat Party, buddy.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
I think he couldn't handle that to me, Bill. What up, Santana? Thank you for the
I'm not gonna
jolly
lie.
community.
A man like that caught saying I'm dumb is really, it got me shaking a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? I'm dumb.
Baby, you can't let a man that can't breathe talking through the gap, the two gaps in between the big ass gap in between his teeth. His tongue be thin right here. I don't know how dumb you think I am. I'm not finna play with you.
Right now, when my mama and my sister's the same person or whatnot, like you can't tell me that I'm stupider than you.
It just don't work like that. Thank you. We did it. We did it, Joe. Yes, you guys. So we are in the community fest, you guys. And if you could, in whatever denomination you send, could you send it in the community fest gift? It's the community fest for 1 coin, the community crown for 99 coins, the jolly community for $3.99, and the community something. What's it called? For 2,999 for only 3,000 coins. That's it. A little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? Nice. How you doing? Nasia, how you doing? Thank you so much, love. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Let me see what it's called. And also too, give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Continue to tap the screen so we can get up to 100K. Tonight we're talking about Trump's trending truce. Okay. Yesterday he said that it was a complete ceasefire. And it was so poetic.
I'm sorry. He said my net worth is $6 million. Babe.
They live in delusion land. That's not, first of all, we know that's a lie, but that's how you know too, and Donald Trump, that money does not equate to intelligence, right? Adrian, thank you. Mama Rima, thank you. 6 million is wild. You know, motherfucker just be throwing out any number. $30 million, like on Don't Be a Minister. Oh, thank you for the sword. I appreciate you. Shout out to One Night. Yo, anybody seen Don't Be a Minister South Central while drinking my juice in the hood?
Now you know we seen that.
And they say salary $3 million cash.
I forgot about that part. Oh, you know what? Something that I've been wanting to tell you.
Oh, he came back. Your
You
friend
got-
came back. Is
he's
it really
back.
$6 million, sir?
Yes, ma'am. If you look at that truck right there in the picture, that's called a Chevy High Country. That truck right there is valued anywhere from 90 to 100,000.
Really? What's so special about it?
Huh?
Can you tell me what's so special
It's
about
just
it?
it's just a nicer version of a truck. It's just
Like what makes
just
it
like
nice?
a Denali. A Denali. We got High Countries. We got Z71s. It's just a model of the truck. Makes the value difference.
Okay. How much you pay for it?
I've got a little bit over 100, about 105 in it with the warranties and stuff, but I bought an extra bunch of warranties, probably $8,000 worth of warranties extra with it.
Okay.
But that ain't but 100,000, and I said 6 mil, and I said 6 million.
Right.
So
That's what I was gonna
six
get to. I'm
six
like,
million, right? There's a big difference there.
mm-hmm.
But if you think I'm lying, which I want to say uneducated and toothless and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you're right on one thing.
You ain't got no teeth.
I ain't got but a 12th grade education. Yes, ma'am, I do have teeth. I got multiple sets of teeth, but I do have dentures.
Okay, got you. You don't have men right now.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But I do have dentures.
Okay, so hold on. By your logic and my guess,
and the reason I don't wear
you would have to
dentures,
say I'm
y'all
pretty
can make
educated.
fun of
I guess
people
that
all
you didn't
y'all
have any
want is
teeth. You
because
said
they
I was
wear
right.
sore spots on my
I guess
gum.
that you weren't as educated, and you said that you weren't. So that would mean I technically would be an educated woman because I'm using my context clues to make a
No,
educated
ma'am,
guess, right?
you can't be too educated.
I guess right though.
If you was too educated, you'd have some
I didn't.
money because most people with education's got money.
That's
Now,
what I
my
said.
boy,
Education does not equate to money because if that was the case, Donald Trump would not be president. He
well,
can't even
no,
read.
most people that's got an education that's got common sense behind it has got money. Now, there's people with high, real good educations with no common sense and cannot handle money, and they never get ahead. But I
Mm-hmm.
have got a boy
Hey,
that's got
Walter.
a doctor's degree,
Mm-hmm.
and I can show you my boy's got a doctor's degree. And if
Mm-hmm.
you want me to, I can show you some deeds with
No,
over
you don't have to show
600
me
acres
anything.
on them.
You don't have to show me anything.
If you want to think somebody's lying,
You
I don't care if
inherit
it's
that
I
just.
from? Did you inherit that land from the slave owners of your family, or what's going on with that?
Yes, I could show you that this land has been bought in the last 10 years when I owned my slaves.
okay.
So you're
Well, you
saying I owned
technically did
slaves
not
in the
own
last
slaves.
10 years?
I
I could
never
show
said.
you this.
See, we're talking common sense. I said
What
inherited from the slave owners of your
that's what I'm
family.
trying to tell you. How stupid you sound, ma'am. You're trying to think everybody that's got money had to get it off of
No, just you,
slaves.
Papa.
But I'm
Just you.
telling you how stupid you sound that this land was bought in the last 10 years had nothing to do with slaves. So you need to get all that thinking out of your head. And everybody in the United States that gets out here and tries and starts their own business can be worth $1 million less than 3 years today.
Do you sell
Easily.
courses on that? You got an ebook?
Any man could. No, I ain't got an ebook because I ain't smart enough to do an ebook.
So
I just got a
you
12th
telling me
grade
that you are worth
education.
$6 million?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do to be worth $6 million?
I do construction work. I do septic. I do dozing. I dig footers. I dig basements. I dig ponds. I run multiple farms with cattle. I do multiple things. Hay, tractors. I got 5 or 6 new tractors. I got multiple things. New track hoes and bobcats. I mean, I can walk outside and show you $1 million worth of equipment sitting out here in my yard.
Let me see.
Maybe 2 million.
Let me see.
Well, can I pull my camera up and just show you on my camera?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that ain't new. I got a tractor. I just busted my brand new truck. I just busted the tailgate on it. I don't know if I got a picture of it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Kira. Oh my, just really.
Y'all laughing.
Jimmy.
I don't care.
Hold on, real quick, Daquan, because I know once you get up here, it's gonna be a wrap.
All right, so Jess, you can drop me, but I did want to say one thing.
Yes.
I just want to say I agreed 100% with what Jay was saying about the Democrats not
Right
voting.
there. Right there is the 2006 International truck. It's just a 2006.
No, go outside and show me.
Oh, hang on. I can do that too. Hang on. Wait a minute. Let me take this off.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
If I figure it out. Give me just a minute. I'll walk.
Oh, we got to remove you. Real Talks Live content contains themes that sound uncomfortable. If they remain in your live will be unavailable to audiences. I got to remove you. You got to wait like a couple minutes and you can come back up.
I think it's because he got that seed dangling out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, do something.
All right, my fault. No, I was just gonna say, what James was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 100%. It's like makes no sense for me to vote right now. Like if I was in that party or whatnot, to be able to vote and impeach him, it will make no sense because honestly, we're not gonna have a whole bunch of votes at the end of the, how can I say, at the end of it in order to impeach him anyway, and it kind of like puts us back a notch or whatever to jump that gun.
Mm-hmm.
But if we was to just wait, build up enough momentum, build up enough evidence, build up enough everything against them, and then be able to bring over some Republicans and whoever else to our side, then that would make sense to vote at that point in time. But if you're thinking of, how can I say, strategically or whatnot, let's just say, for instance, I'm DT, and I'm looking like, oh, you voted against you. I mean, you voted to impeach. You voted. I'm about to mess with y'all or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
To avoid being a target too soon.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's just my thinking and logic on it or whatever. I ain't saying it makes 100% sense, but I can see why some people wouldn't do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, aside from that, go ahead and drop me. I gotta get this house cleaned up real quick, but I'm still listening in.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Do something.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they damn sure gonna target your ass. I did. Hold on, yeah. You gotta wait a little bit. I don't want to risk the live real talk. Thank you, Saji, as well. Thank you, Kate. What up, Nicole?
Yeah, no, I need him to say what kind of truck that was again, because I'm a car person, and if it's the truck that I think it is, fully loaded, it's only about 80,000. Fully loaded, it ain't no 100,000.
Yeah, baby, Naquan don't play. Okay, that's why I said, hold on, Naquan.
I'm a car person. If it's the car, if it's the truck, and that's a 2025. If he don't have a 2025, it's not 80,000.
What was I about to say? Drop a TikTok universe. Prove it. Hold on. I'm gonna say. Let me put this. I just that's how I know education doesn't equate to money. So it doesn't matter if you want to come up here and call people stupid. You just said that you may not have, an education that high, but yet you claim to have $6 million. I mean, be worth $6 million or whatever. So what I'm saying is, money does not equate to intelligence. I need us to figure out if that was the case, Donald Trump would not be president right now. It's a Chevy, anything more than 35,000. It's overpaying. I'm like, what? But down in the South, they love their trucks.
I don't know.
Drop that universe. Drop that TikTok universe.
If you're in the South and you're not using it for work wise, a fully loaded truck is I would drop that 80 on it. But if you're using it for work, dropping 80 on a fully loaded truck, it's redundant. Like you're wasting the truck. You're abusing the hell out of a truck, a luxury truck at that.
Don't judge me for keeping snacks at my desk. All the ones in the world does not equate to a higher education. Exactly. And like Hood Storyteller said, y'all inherit that land from your slave owner masters. I mean your slave owner ancestors. Tabby! Thank you for the nice star. How you doing, Tabby? Long time no see. How you been?
Tabby, what up?
You don't judge you. He said you don't judge you for having snacks at your desk. True. Long time no see, Tabby. How's life been going for you, beautiful? Y'all, if y'all not following Janae, I've been working, girl. My bad, y'all. I thought about getting a job. Debbie, thank you. I appreciate you. But I got so much other things I gotta do.
Say Debbie in the building.
Thank you, Deb. I saw that video being mean to my friend. What video? You heard what somebody was saying to me? Being very disrespectful. I thought they was talking to me. I don't know who said that. I was like, what is happening here? ASMR. I love ASMR. Okay, y'all, the royal family hate when I do ASMR, y'all.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I hated. That video when you had your back for about 45 seconds. You said, "Put that bag of chips." Who said that, girl? Who? What? You called me a what? It sounded like you called me a hard ER at the end of that video. I said, what? Why? As I was laying in bed eating chips and crumbs in my bra, I said, "Oh, well, that'll do it. Let me fold this napkin
That'll
up."
do it.
You ain't got to worry about me.
You ain't got to worry about me.
Please.
Fake talk. Just wait one more second, like another minute, and you could be let back up. But because you had a cigarette in your mouth,
I'm gonna let you up at 9 because that's around the time. I'm gonna drop. Text me when it's time. Okay. I'm gonna let you up around 9 because that's when I'm gonna start wrapping it up just in case we have to drop again. That's why I'm gonna call them earlier fake talk, like the fake news they be talking about. What was I about to say? Oh, hold on. It's your birthday, Tabby. Happy early birthday. When your birthday? What up, goodie? Not stressed. Long time no see. I know you gotta be regretting your vote now, right? Right, not stressed.
When you're in a cult,
it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard
as hell.
Dayton, get your girl, Dayton. Dayton, why she do this? Dayton, I'm on your side, Dayton.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you down, the corner.
All right.
He'll be back. Not stressed. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
In the meantime, yes, fake talk. You can drop a universe so you can prove. That's how you really prove your $6 million worth. Okay, because any tractor, job out, truck out there could be your son's and his doctorate degree. Okay, you stay with your kids. To drop the TikTok universe. Let's see. You need me to pin it to the top for you, because I'll do that for you just to help you find it. You got to be regretting your vote now, right?
Actually, if it had led to a war, I think I would have. But I really was worried. But after today so far, I'm kind of back to feeling a little better about what happened.
When did you start getting worried?
An attack was launched. I was wondering,
attack?
like, okay, wait, is this putting America? When Trump agreed to the missile strikes, when Trump agreed to go in with the bunker bombers.
Mm-hmm.
But after, having gotten, some of the information about, no military or lives lost, and the ceasefire, and when the ceasefire did not seem to cease, I was like, oh Lord, here we go. This is going to be, this is going to be like the issue. But after today seemed to kind of smooth out, I'm waiting to see how things are going. But yeah, I was worried.
So
and somebody was asking about what ceasefire. Yeah. Well, the one he thought he had gotten, and then it was like, within this 12 hours, ceasefire within this 12 hours, and then Israel responded with some bombings, and Iran, they thought, retaliated and stuff. But after this morning's bombing with the F-bomb, since then, things have been kind of quiet. But again, I kind of like a little drama. And so when he said that, I was kind of like, damn right. Like, I was just like, yeah, I get that. That is frustrating. And it just, to me, that's the point of, like, if you really care, you are frustrated. It's just like, look, we're trying not to do this. It's been going on forever and ever. Just stop it. It's dumb. But
would you date Donald Trump?
No, I would not.
Why not? You don't have like a geriatric fetish?
That's hilarious. But no, I just couldn't. No, no sugar
Mhm.
daddy. I couldn't. Even for sugar daddy, I just couldn't.
Fake news CNN, together with the failing New York Times, have teamed up in an attempt to demean one of the most successful military strikes in history. The nuclear sites in Iran are completely destroyed. Both the Times and CNN are getting slammed by the public, said Donald Trump. Is it
Yeah, but I
because
heard
they're not? Because CNN said that they still trying to
yeah,
figure out.
if it was slammed, yeah, because I heard that it wasn't really slammed as much as they said.
Right. So how can Donald Trump tell us that it is with no proof? That's what they
Right.
said. We just don't figure it out. Like we have no. You think Iran is going to let somebody come in and just
Check it
survey their
out.
land?
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna
look what
check
you
it
did.
out,
Go
and
tell
we're gonna.
your daddy what all you did.
Well, also because that's the thing too. Like Iran, the people who are okay with the regime. I mean, some of them, a lot of them are not okay with the regime, but you don't really get to see them because they're kind of silenced. But they're celebrating this as a victory, and okay, you know, uh, they said it was a victory over the U.S. and a victory over Israel. Um, and I really think, and this is what I'm hoping, because this is what I'm hoping to see, because this is something I would be against Trump or whatever. This is where you see if you're really like a war. What do y'all call them? War Mongol or
Warmongers. Uh,
yeah, something like that. Because Iran is celebrating it. And it's like if we could if they just let it go, like Israel and like the US, like, okay, y'all take your little, you think it's a victory, let people in Iran feel that way and support you as, the head of Iran. Or do you have such a big ego that you're not going to let that stand? You're not going to let Iran celebrate? Are you going to have an ego and go in and try to do more stuff?
do you what's I about to say? Do you damn what I about to say? What would make you regret your vote?
Well, that's kind of one of the things. Like I said, if just hearing that information, like Iran celebrating and saying it's a victory, if like Trump's ego got in the way and was like went back in just to prove that, or just to try to like get the upper hand and say no, it wasn't a victory, and then just try to obliterate them or something, that would I would regret. But again, and that's another thing. Like I don't know. I guess that people think about it, but surely they do. But you have to think our president and stuff has a lot more information than we do, as far as
She a
what's
teacher.
really going on.
Well, actually, he doesn't because he doesn't do briefings, so he actually doesn't have any information, and his administration is unqualified. But okay,
Okay, so worldwide, like we don't think he has any better intel than we
I
do as a
said he
citizen.
doesn't listen or read the briefings.
He
That is
can't
a actual
read.
fact. He does not read or listen. He's not been to many of the briefings whatsoever. He wants a Fox News broadcaster to come in there and read it to him like news because he will not read it. However, they have not done that. So I'm not saying he does not have the information. I'm saying he's not reading it, and so he's not knowledgeable of the information. So I'm going to say no, he doesn't have more information than you and I because I look up information and he does not.
Well, I think then if that is the case, then he did even better not to have any kind of information to say, okay, let's go in and do this secret military strike, and no lives were lost.
He didn't even know that they were about to go and do it. New York Times did report that the Pentagon orchestrated a deception to trick both Iran and Trump, given concerns about his public leaks. Like a week ago, he kept tweeting that people should evacuate Tehran. hinting to the fact that we were going to attack them. So he's hinting to classify information. So the Pentagon, which is dangerous in two different ways, which means the Pentagon, somebody's not listening to Trump, but to think that it's a good idea for us to go and kaboom Iran is still crazy. So who's calling the shots? Who is going against Trump? And then, but I get it because
a normal war
they
thing.
can't trust him. They can't trust him to shut the fuck up.
Right, but that's a normal war thing as far as trying to prevent civilian death is to go ahead and announce, but you just don't like when and where. But the targets targeted, they were the exact targets that were planned. But yeah, of course, they don't want civilians to be there, so they do kind of give a warning. Israel has done the same thing.
Why would civilians be at a nuclear plant? I'll teach you.
Oh yeah.
Why would civilians be at? Oh, I didn't mean to request you up. My bad, kid. I was trying to at you from my back up in here because I was hollering. Was I asking you? Why would civilians be at a nuclear plant?
Yeah. Well, I don't know who all works there. I mean, we have.
So we want to tell everybody to leave, and then we're gonna bomb your site. But why would we tell them that ahead of time when they could just remove all of the equipment?
And that's what some people have thought that they've done. So,
because that don't make sense, does it?
Right.
If I want to bomb your nuclear site, so that you don't have bombs, why would I tell you ahead of time so you could move the bomb?
Well, of course, I didn't have the bomb completed.
Why would I tell you ahead of time? Then you would remove all of the equipment, right? I probably want to bomb that equipment too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would I tell everybody ahead of time?
Right, they were just bombing the facility and stuff where you can make the actual bomb.
So what does it benefit Trump to be leaking out the information and telling people to evacuate?
That was just, like I said, he was actually I didn't think this was the type of person he was, where he's actually now considering the lives of others, like civilians.
I didn't think Trump was a person who didn't consider the lives of others. That's what you're saying?
The way he was represented, I'm saying, like that everybody that thinks like, oh, he just wants to go to war, he don't care about anybody. This kind of showed opposite. This kind of made me, like I said, not regret my vote, because it was like, wait, I do feel okay about my vote, because everybody keeps saying he didn't care about anybody else and da 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 da. That's not what it looked like, and it still is not what it looks like, because now he's like, he still doesn't want to get in a war. He wants peace and wants it done. He doesn't want to retaliate. He said he wasn't going to retaliate. So, I mean, and then people who were like, oh, he needs to be impeached because of this war. What in the world? Did we pay attention to when Biden and Obama and stuff had missile strikes on other countries? I mean, Biden did the Syrian missile strikes because they were Iran-backed militias. And so it was like, I don't understand that part. Like, everybody was so, shocked about this, but it's been everybody. Like, Clinton's done it, Obama's done it, Biden's done it, Trump's done it. So
you're saying drop bombs on another country, right?
Yeah, missile strikes without going to Congress. Yeah.
Okay, who did it without going to Congress? They didn't do it without going to Congress.
No, they did.
Thank you, Lainey. Drop some coconuts for Lainey in the chat. I appreciate you.
Obama and Biden did. Biden did it. I mean, most recently was Biden when he did missile strikes on Syria.
And he didn't inform Congress.
No, he didn't have to, because it wasn't an act of war. It was like, he's, as the commander in chief, he can exercise these missile strike missions. I mean, are we like seriously? Like,
so when Trump did it, it was an act of war.
No,
No
Trump
problem.
was not an act of war. No.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Dayton. Welcome in.
I'm sorry, Jess. I was in a small meeting.
Thank you,
But
Lainey.
I like to hear when people, is there, ma'am, I'm not sure what your name is. I can't see it. But is there anything that he would do that would make you not support him?
Thank you,
Yes,
Lainey.
absolutely. Like there's things I disagree with all the time. I think he runs his mouth too much. Some of his comments make me laugh, and I like them, but I do understand how they're not appropriate. There's also like people say all the time, "Oh, if he went out and said the sky's orange, people would believe him." No, I wouldn't believe him. And like Jessica asked me when I came up, and I said I almost was regretting it when the bombing occurred because I was thinking, "Oh hell, here we go. Now we're about to be in World War III." And
And I have a question for you while we're on that subject. Just like you guys are in love with this fellow down there, I got a lot of info on the guy you just mentioned. Um, why was he able to do such thing without going to Congress?
because of his position,
No,
it's
that's
the
not.
same. It
It's not.
is. It's
It's
the
not.
same reason.
It's not.
Well, if it's an immediate threat, especially with Iran, because like I said,
Mm-mm,
Obama and
mm-mm.
Biden
I'm
has done
gonna
the
have to
same thing.
stop you. I'm gonna have to stop you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, no.
Okay.
What was the threat? The threat has to be a direct act of T and connection with allies with the United States. It's what it's called. It's called 2001 authorization. It's the use of military forces, AUMF. So when you say these things, when they say these things, understand what they're talking about because they try to conflict things to make you guys think that's the same thing, but it's not. There was nothing over there because they hit bunkers, don't you? It was nothing in the bunkers. Oh, fast question too. I got your attention. So if is it easier to take out the uranium or is it better to take out the equipment used to create the such boom?
It's safer to take out the equipment.
Okay. So what did that get you? To get you nowhere because the equipment could be back up and running within a month's time, which Russia
That's
always
true.
said. What was Russia already said they want to do? So
Well, that's
technically,
true
all they
because,
did, all they
like I said,
we let you monologue for an hour. So all Russia did, is just come out publicly the other day and said we will help you rebuild those locations because we know that the uranium wasn't there. So they did all that for what reason? But guess what? I got one more thing for you. You seem like you're about my age, you're probably a little older. Um, what happened in 1990, 1989, 1989, 1990? Who was the president?
I was 8.
Wow, you sound, excuse me. But okay. So that would be that that'd be Bush Senior. And what was going on with him at the time? You don't know?
No.
Okay. The ratings was terrible.
Thank you, Lainey. I appreciate you, Queen.
Ratings was terrible. Um, Bush Jr. What was going on with him for that situation that was fabricated in New York?
Oh yeah. Where they thought nuclear weapons. He goes
No, no.
in, strikes it.
But what was going on with him as well too? His ratings were in the toilet. Now let's move to your fella here now.
Before or after 9/11?
But it was before, way before. It was all terrible.
Right,
Now
because after 9/11 they went up.
exactly because certain people that don't look like me kind of like that stuff. So listen. So now let's move to the guy now. What was going on with him before we did this?
Same thing that always goes on with Trump. There's always a
Ratings
half
were
and half.
tanking. Ratings were tanking.
And
So
that's like I
again,
said, always with him.
so again, now let's go to the other people that you talked about. You said you said Biden, you said Obama, you said these people. What was the important thing about those situations? Were they helping someone, or were they looking for a kickback, or what? I mean, when you bring these things up, I need you to make sure you understand exactly what you're talking about, not just something you heard on Fox News.
Oh
So,
yeah.
listen,
No.
so what
No,
was
this
going on
wasn't.
with those situations? What was going on with those situations that differ from this situation? I'll wait.
Are you talking about the ones I brought up with the
Yes,
striking?
indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's the same thing that's going on now.
No, not the same thing. Not at all.
Yeah.
And also, who
It was. They did the same military strikes because they were, again, if you look up clips of even Hillary Clinton when
I
she
don't have
was
to look
running.
up. Are you talking to somebody that actually know? So now I'm gonna
I
go
know,
back
that's
to
what I'm
this here
saying, but
now. So
I'm telling
Ben,
everybody else that's
so you know the
listening.
fella
If
over there, you know the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin
Netanyahu,
Netanyahu? Yeah.
Netanyahu,
What has he been saying since 1995?
that they were getting close to nuclear
They were
weapons.
6 months away.
Yes.
They were 6 months away. He
I
said
heard
in
that.
95, 96, 2002,
And what has
2005, 2008, 2016, 2017, 21, 22, and just recently said it again. But
and
guess
what
who
has
won for it?
every
No.
U.S.
But
president done?
guess who won for it? Guess who fell for the okie doke?
All of them.
No.
Yes.
They didn't bomb them.
But Biden
They didn't
just
bomb
did it
them.
his last term
They
with
didn't bomb them.
Syria because
They didn't bomb
Iran.
them. They didn't bomb them based
Yes,
on
he did.
his.
It was
They didn't bomb them
missile
based on what he
strikes.
said. They didn't
Missile
bomb him based on what he
strikes.
said.
And
They didn't.
Obama
They
also
didn't. They
had
didn't. I see how you.
26,000
evading what I'm saying, and that's cute. But they did.
26,000 missiles.
They.
Just
They
look up
didn't.
Obama.
They didn't bomb him based on
Thank
what
you for
he said.
Kick-Ass.
But you can look it up. I mean, it's
No,
like I thought
I'm
you looked
telling
it
you, I
up.
don't have to look it up.
Obama had
I don't have to look it
26,000
up.
missile strikes.
They didn't
No
bomb him
war.
based on
No
what he
war.
said. But guess who did bomb him based on what he said? And he said out his own mouth. So do you see the difference there? I mean, no. You don't see the difference. I'm gonna take that back. You don't. But the difference is that when they took action over there, it was direct action, and
Yes.
there was none of this BS going on right now. But
There
when
was
he
no.
takes action,
You're
look
yes.
at all the fallout.
You're
Just think
correct.
about it.
Look, because
Just think
more
about
people
it.
pay attention to Trump. It's amazing. And Trump had no
That's his
lives
fault.
lost.
That's his
No
fault.
lives lost. And yet
If he stay off of Twitter
Obama and
and off of
Biden have done things.
social media, we wouldn't know what the hell this dude is doing. This dude's an idiot. I mean, come on.
I
Let's
mean,
be honest.
he did was the
Because
first
he
one.
announces it and is transparent afterwards, you don't like that.
Transparent.
You don't like that. Yeah, you don't like that you don't like that they are following around on his jet and talking and releasing stuff all the time. You don't like
How
that?
about we not say it's a ceasefire when you didn't even talk to the prime minister of damn Israel?
Oh, he talked
He
to
only
him.
talked to one person, and that was a second person in command in Iran.
And
So
here's
come
the
on.
thing I want to know.
No. We ain't gonna split past that, sweetheart. No, we ain't gonna do that. We
No,
go
you're
back
right.
there.
I don't know. I don't know who he talked
Okay,
to.
so
How do you know
why
who he
even
talked to?
say that there was such a
How do you know?
possibility of something like this?
I don't know. How do you know? Or were you in the room?
No,
Because he said it
Were
out his
you in
mouth.
the room where it
They
happened?
said it out their mouth.
they
They all
Were
said
you in the
it.
room
they
where it
said that
happened?
they did not
Because I wasn't.
agree.
They said they didn't even talk to the guy.
Yeah, but you know what? Who are we for them to tell? That's what kills me. Is we all think that we're like administration and like we're a people that matter. We don't even know what's going on, and that's what I said.
Isn't that sad though? You don't think that's sad?
No, it's not. I don't want to know.
Okay, we shouldn't know what's going on.
I don't want everybody to know because they will tell anything. There are people all the time.
Well,
that
I got a
can't keep
secret for you then. I got a
They
secret
got
for you then.
secrets.
Don't tell Trump.
You're right. That's why the Pentagon didn't tell Trump about when they were going to.
And that's why we should be congratulating our military instead of putting like all this down. Our military.
I would love. I would love to step in here and introduce myself just real quick.
I know. One second, not stress. I think that's dangerous that we can't even tell our president because he's going to leak the information.
But our military, they did a successful mission.
Hold on, one second. I got you, not stress. Give me 1 second. Welcome in, Simple. How are you? Simple Politics. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, with everything going on in the world, I am not here to deal with bullshit tonight. I really am not. Hello, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Kristen, also known as Simple Politics with Kristen. I am a former Trump supporter. I voted for Trump in 2020 and am still, what do you call it?
Deconstructing.
Deconstructing until this very day from the Republican mindset. I am more of a leftist, not a liberal, not a Democrat. I'm a leftist. So a couple things that I do want to get into, not stressed. As someone that has voted for him before, as someone who has seen who this man really is, why are you not looking at the bigger picture of what this man really represents? He's not representing the people. He's not. He's not as of this moment. So what kind of what are you not seeing truly?
Okay. That's the thing is, I think that people are mistaken, or we fail to see that he is representing a larger portion of the people than what is being displayed on TikTok or social media or things, because again, he is in office and he is winning, and there are people like to say, "Oh, he's respected in other countries," but he is respected in other countries.
Not stressed. So you said that he is winning. What exactly is he winning at? Go ahead.
Okay, right now he's winning at not getting us in a war. Now,
are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
I am not. Like I said,
Is she paying attention?
What would make you like?
Beautiful. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful.
Oh my God! 3 times, let's go!
Major fucking W for James. That was fucking beautiful. Anyway,
that was great.
Yes,
Jamal. Can I get some massive coconuts for Jamal? Right, Mickey Picky now.
Okay, so you said that he's not. You said that he's not starting any wars.
Massive coconuts, y'all. I want to see massive coconuts. Go ahead.
Jessica, what article of the Constitution states it's Article 1, Section 8? Is it the new wars resolution?
I think it's war powers resolution.
Yes, the war powers resolution.
It's at Article 1 versus Article 2. I think because that's what I was reading about with the difference between what Biden did and what Trump did.
Right, because that's what said that all the past presidents.
Well, when Biden did it, it was in self-defense because they were attacking our particular our military. Was in self-defense.
Correct.
Trump is just doing it for no reason. That's the problem.
Vice president, and right now the vice president of Iranian diplomatic organization, those who want to overthrow the Ayatollah, he just said that the people who were in charge of Iran have continuously killed U.S. military.
Unalived. You have to use TikTok-friendly language.
Okay, unalived U.S. military officials.
They haven't though.
They have.
Okay.
You have a source for that?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yes. Okay. His first name was Cameron. Can't say his last name because I'm gonna spell it. Iranian.
And when was this?
Today. Iranian Democratic.
I haven't heard anything on this, Jessica.
And I don't know if casualties reported after Iran missile attack on U.S. base. There was no.
I know.
Even Trump truthed it, tweeted it.
Yeah, this was nothing since Trump has been in office. Nothing.
So when did Iran?
They were saying that this stuff has been happening throughout all of Obama, Biden, Clinton, Bush's. I mean, they just continues. And
they are who? Who are they?
Why are we so focused on past presidencies when we are currently in the now? We are currently in the now.
I can answer that. because impeachment and all that yelling and stuff was not happening when past presidents have done the exact same thing.
No, do you know that Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to impeach Biden the first day he walked into office?
Oh, absolutely do. Yeah, she's
So
extreme.
you're saying that people weren't trying to impeach these other presidents? And they were. That's not true. You just said you know that, but then thank you for the coconut tree. I appreciate you, Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what?
Same thing with Obama.
Hold on.
Same
Hold
thing
on.
with Obama. With the birth certificates and all that. Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that.
Hold on, not stressed. So the thing that I find really funny, because I had posted a video today in regards to what is happening and how 128 Democrats voted to not to impeach Donald Trump. The thing that I find very hilarious about this whole thing is that we are holding our party to a very high standard when it comes down to any of these issues that are currently happening. But the right is not, hold on, not stressed, because the right is not holding their party accountable for what Donald Trump is currently doing. So where the fuck is the outrage? Where is the anger? Where is the frustration? Because we are very, very frustrated with our party right now. So why are you not feeling the exact same outrage for what this administration is currently doing? Why are you not angry? Why are you not upset? Why are you not calling your local representatives and telling them that they need to get onto the House floor to talk about these issues that is currently going on, to hold this administration accountable? Why? Why
is because I agree with a lot of the stuff that he is doing.
Of course you do. Of course you do, because you're a fucking puppet.
Okay.
You're a fucking puppet.
Here's the thing. And everybody says, why do you look to the past? Well, history. We learn history so we don't repeat it and things like that. And people are like, don't bring up the past, don't bring up the past.
Hold the fuck on. Aria, hold on a second. Hold on. Let's hold on a second. I know y'all are not the ones talking about don't look to look at the past. When anytime a black person brings up something in the past, y'all tell us to look in the future. Why y'all living in the past? I know you are not up here with this convenient collectivism bullshit right now.
I would say that because
non-stress. I've been quiet the whole time. And as one of the few people on this panel that served, you're going to shut the fuck up for a moment. Okay?
You're going to shut
the fuck up for a moment and not talk over me, because I didn't talk over your words. Did I talk over your words? Go on mute or I'll do it for you. First of all, the first thing I want you to remember, let's all remember that this is the same man who called the Ayatollah after getting rid of Soleimani the butcher and said, yeah, I understand. You got to get us back too. Don't worry, I won't tell our troops to leave those barracks, and you can go ahead and kaboom them and give them head concussions. You forget that? Did you forget that, non-stress? Did you forget that? Yeah, you forgot that. You fucking forgot that, didn't you?
I don't know if I can.
You fucking forgot that. You fucking. I don't care. I know you forgot it because you forgot that he called the Ayatollah, and the Ayatollah told him, "I'm going to have to hit back because you took out the butcher." And Trump did not call the military barracks and literally said, or call the military and give warning for evacuation of those barracks, and said, "Go ahead, man. I get it. You got to get yours. You got to get yours." And as we're talking here and we're sitting here, let's just remember we're not talking about Syria. So can you please stop bringing up Syria? We're talking about Iran and Iraq.
Again.
We're talking about Iran and Iraq.
Don't make any kind of... Okay, go ahead.
Min falak. Afwan.
Don't bring up any points. Okay.
Afwan. That means please in Arabic, because that's what I did. I did CT.
Okay.
So I need you to understand something. When you guys are also talking about how we are not engaged in a war, hold on, Aria. I'll give you one moment, baby, and I'll take care of you. This will be quick. I'm used to dealing with toddlers all day. So when I talk about this very seriously, I want you to understand this. The moment that we engage in any fire, any sparkles in the air, when we were not involved in the conflict, we have invoked ourselves in something that no other president has. Special operations.
No other president.
Special operations, envoys, all those cohort operations. Those are not the same because they're going after. They are. Did you serve? Did you serve non-stress? Did you serve? Did you serve? Did you do any counter T? Did you do any counter T? Did you do any intelligence? Did you advise the Trump administration? Did you advise the Trump administration? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I did. So let's just chill. Let's chill.
You advised them?
Chill.
Awesome.
Chill. Okay. Chill. Breathe.
Okay, good.
Miss Rachel, breathe in and breathe out. Pause. Thank you. So let's just remember that when we're talking about entering into something and then saying you have a peace, some kind of peace arrangement, when you have not conveyed it or confirmed it with the other person. We have a history of this from Donald Trump giving our directives to us on tweets via Twitter and asking Foreign Service officers and the military to catch up with his narrative. That's the history. That's proven. You can go through Twitter and look at his past narratives on Twitter to see what he has posted and then ask us to catch the fuck up. He did not get confirmation. This is why it's very important for you to do this. When Trump says he does something, go over to the country that he is talking about and get the confirmation from them as well. And my last point, and then I will land my plane and shut the fuck up. I need for you to please stop thinking that just because Trump says he has something negotiated, it means that we are out of harm's way. You have now implemented, by us entering in this, North Korea, Syria, China, and Russia engaging. And if I remember correctly, while working on the desk, how many kabooms did North Korea send out getting close to Hawaii and Guam? How many? Yeah, I thought so. So until you put that uniform on.
I was going to say, were you asking me? Because they have.
Yes, they have. It was rhetorical, honey. I know that went over your head.
But that's what I was asking. If you're asking me because you said,
it was rhetorical. It was rhetorical. Okay. Clap the syllables out. Clap them out phonetically. It's okay.
You know what? Do you know what? Free to be me. I think anybody that voted for Trump in this election, I think that they need to be drafted. I think that they need to be enlisted.
They absolutely need to be drafted, and there needs to be a waiver for age and weight.
I think that
because our military is no longer ready, because we are kicking out people that are very skilled for those who simply want to have some kind of glory or fame. And in addition to that, we have the highest amount of retirements right now under this administration. The only reason he's getting high people in is because deferred enlistment, people who signed up during the Biden administration and now their time is up and they have to show up for service.
Right, I agree with the service thing because, like how Israel has men and women both, they all
not stressed.
I agree.
Not stressed. As a person that wanted to serve my country as a trans individual, I can no longer do that because your douchebag of a fucking president decided to say, yeah, trans people really don't fit the criteria or any of the qualities to serve, when in reality, I had all of the qualifications to fucking serve. And I really wanted to serve. I wanted to serve so badly and give my life for this country and stand with the Constitution. So
were you in the military?
No, I wasn't.
She just said that she wanted to serve. She just literally said that. Are you listening to anyone?
I am, but that's what I'm asking because Trump.
So anyways, not stressed. With that being said, with that being said, stressed. As a person that wanted to serve my country, as a person that wanted to give my life for the Constitution, Donald Trump, during his first term, banned trans people from serving in the military. That's when I wanted to serve. That's when I wanted to give my life for my country. But yet again, I was still ignorant. I was still ignorant enough to have voted for him. I was so blindsided by all of the information that was being given to me, I was so fucking ignorant. I was so ignorant. Do you want to know why? Because it was all for self-hatred. I fucking hated myself. But now what I've realized, Stressed, is that I don't need a man to tell me that I'm qualified or not valid, because I know I'm fucking valid, and I am not going to stop fighting for what is right in this country. I will continue. I will continue to stand with the American people and not stand on the sidelines. Meanwhile, you can stand on the sidelines and act like all of these things don't personally affect you, when in reality, they do fucking affect you. So how about you go and you draft yourself? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead and fight this war for the man that you voted for. You can go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm glad
that
you have the right to fight for this still, because you were in this country. And a lot of the countries
Wait a minute. Ma'am, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. She shouldn't have to fight for anything. She shouldn't be in this position.
Nope. No, nobody. Free to be me, nobody. Nobody should be in this position to fight for their basic human rights, especially Black women that have been silenced for fucking decades. No woman, no Hispanic Latino individual, no LGBT person should be silenced. But do you want to know the mass majority of people that are silenced for decades on end? That is Black women. Black men have been silenced for decades. Meanwhile, no, not stressed. Do you know what? No, I have to give all of my love and all of my praise to all of the Black women that have stood on the front lines for you, not stressed, as a woman, to have your basic human rights. Meanwhile, we have a administration that will chew you up and spit you out. And that's where I'm going to leave it, Jessica, because I'm going to be completely honest. The hypocrisy is wild.
Say that again. Go ahead. Politics, simple politics.
I'm going to leave it there, because no person should be fighting for their basic human rights whatsoever in 2025. There should be no price. There should be no price tag on any human right whatsoever. But yet again, people have set the pedestal so high that apparently there is a price tag to racism, and it's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's so disgusting. And any person should be allowed to serve their country and give their life for their country whatsoever. And it's so damning that we have people in this country that are more than willing to sit on the sidelines while we go to shit. And I'm not going to stand for it, Jessica.
Thank you. First of all, simple politics. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and congratulations on your deconstructing process. I know it's not an overnight thing. And it's not always the easiest thing to do. And so I'm just going to say I'm proud of you, and thank you so much for speaking up. Also, too, Jean, thank you for the dollars. Said not stressed could fuck off.
Yes. But simple, I was going to ask, from what I agree,
she's garbage.
Anybody who wants to put their life on the line for the country, I'm for that. So that's something else I disagree with Trump on.
So do you feel like we can put our lives on the line for the country, but we can't have our basic human rights, our medical health care, our gender
that's what I was about to ask her. That's what I was about to ask her. But what rights besides the military as a trans woman are you not getting?
Are you fucking joking?
No, I'm serious.
Is that a fucking joke?
Are you paying attention to what's going on?
Can you marry? Can you
hold on.
marry? Can you work?
Hold on.
Can you
hold on? Hold on, just 1 second. Hold on, Jessica.
Okay, people need to be paid more than this. So can you give the panel, please?
I had to grab my other device because I have some bills that I got to pull up.
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking because my daughter, like for instance, she.
Why are you trying to trauma
Can somebody share the lie with Eli?
Oh,
yeah. Can someone get Eli in here?
Okay, never mind. I was just asking.
No, I mean, but Eli is a trans man and is in the military and being forced out of the military, as well as other trans, the rest of the trans community, who has been forced out of the army as well. Like their last days are coming up here shortly.
And served for 13 years.
My daughter was on Medicaid. No, they're not.
So anyways, so Texas had passed, it was 3 different bills that prohibit trans people from getting the essential health care that they need. So these are the 3 different bills that you can even look up for yourself. So there's HB 3399, there is SB 14. What's the other bill?
I'll let you crash out.
Hold on just 1 second.
Listen, I'm trying super hard. It's so many things happening right now on this live. Like,
this has to do with transitioning.
And then there's Bill HB 3817, which specifically states a bill to be entitled an act. This bill in particular, all of them go into effect September 1st. So this bill in particular, hi Eli, so glad that you've made it in. So
welcome in, Eli.
So this bill in particular, not stressed, specifically states relating to creating the criminal offense of gender identity fraud, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Texas, Section 1, Subchapter D, Chapter 32, Penal Code is amended by adding Section 32515 to read as follows. Section 32515, gender identity fraud, a person commits an offense if the person knowingly makes a false or misleading verbal or written statement to a governmental entity or the person's employer by identifying the person's biological sex as the opposite of the biological sex assigned to the person at birth. An offense under this section is a state jail felony. So basically, if you are a trans person in the state of Texas and you prefer to be called she or him, he, him, she, her, they, them, or if you just identify as a person that is non-binary and is trans, if you fill out any sort of information in regards to you being trans, they could see that as gender identity fraud. And again, it's a state jail felony.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that. Simple Politics. I'm going to let you respond really quick, and then I want to bring Eli in the conversation because you said a question about how Trump is preventing the transgender community from being in the army, correct?
Yeah, well, I was saying what like rights and stuff. So that was a state thing with Texas.
There's 600 other bills that are currently waiting to be passed. 600.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Eli, I don't know if you heard her question. She wants to know what is Trump doing and how is that preventing the transgender people from being in the army?
Oh yeah.
The rights of trans.
The rights of trans.
Yeah, trans people.
Trans
but yes.
people. Thank you. I mean, I'm always here to learn. So when I'm talking, I say it's the right for trans people to be in the army, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, hi everybody. Hi friends. So I am my name is Eli. I am a 32-year-old active duty service member. This is my 13th year of active duty.
Well, thank you for that. Regardless, thank you for your service, for real.
You know what, non-stress? Shut the fuck up and let him finish.
You know what? Fuck you, because if you want to say fuck you, I can say fuck you too.
Quiet
And I mean that shit.
All right, y'all. We have company, you guys. Y'all, go ahead, Eli.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll be honest. I know. So my friends here they've known me for a little bit, and so when you hear them get reactive like that, they're reactive because they've seen me go through this over the course of the past, 6 months, and they've been by my side where I'm watching them go through their struggles, and they're watching me go through mine, and I might stay. Let me see. Politically, I might be easy to speak to because I don't get reactive in most instances. Sometimes I do, but that's why my friends here. It's a protective thing. They don't want to see me hurt, and they know how much this is hurting. So I just want you to know that that's it. Anyways, okay, yeah. So I've been active duty. I'm a trans. I love you, Jess. I've been active duty for 13 years. I'm a trans man. I started hormone replacement therapy. I'm on week 12, maybe. I think 11 or 12. I can't remember. I will. Maybe I'll turn my camera on here in a minute. But I planned originally to do 20 years. I had no intention of separating. I have special duty training. I have multiple deployments under my belt. I've been responsible for a lot of leadership positions. I've done a short tour in Korea. I forwarded from Korea. I've never had any issues in the military. Won some pretty big awards, and I'm not trying to talk myself up like I'm really proud of my service, but a lot of people.
And we're proud of you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk your shit, okay?
I never used to talk about it like this intensely, but usually people will be like, "Oh, like, what's your job? Have you ever been in combat?" and like stuff like that. And so it's like every position in the military, I can't do my job without other people doing theirs. So I think every person, that's like just playing into classism and the military flavor, and I don't like it. So, all right. So I was gonna stay in for my 20, and my new date of separation is 29 August. I will be. My last day of wearing the uniform will be this coming Monday, actually. And that'll be the first time in 13 years that I will be retiring the uniform because I'm going to be placed on administrative leave. And in the next 2 months, I will be going to VA appointments. I will be. Hi, here's my face. I will be. Yeah, I'll be going to VA appointments. I don't qualify for it's called BBB, which is like getting your VA disability paychecks like straight away. So I'll have to wait a significant period of time before I start getting my VA disability income. I'm supposed to be getting separation pay, but I haven't heard anything about that. I have a house, I have 3 dogs. I'm about to be jobless, and I am stationed in Texas, in a state where I just heard that you were discussing it. My gender markers, it's dangerous for me to even get them changed because I have to go to court to justify why I want my name changed. And being trans here isn't exactly something that people take kindly to. I have a hard time, like, I'm scared to go pee. I can't use the women's restroom. I don't want to. I don't belong in there. But I mean, I look like this, and this is like me, like without the rest of my facial hair. And the whole time I'm in the men's restroom, I'm terrified. What if somebody knows? What if somebody figures it out? What if somebody, it's getting easier the more and more that I'm like starting to have the benefits of testosterone, but I can't just get top surgery easily. I can't just get the rest of the gender affirming care because
given Justin Bieber.
oh
my God, can I get your autograph? Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, only I just don't want to be found out because and then because I do have a face and I'm trying so hard to stand up for the community online. I do exist with that fear. I don't have a ton of followers, but I do put my face on larger platforms pretty regularly, and it's scary. But I can't get my license or my social security card or anything like that changed without being scared. And then because of that, my license right now doesn't match my face because I got my license picture taken 6 years ago or so, and so I'm now in a position where I'm losing my career, but I need to find a job because I'm not going to have an income. And if this law passes, I could go to federal prison if I don't if I look like I'm trying to commit gender identity fraud. So it's scary. And right now, the Texas law hasn't gone through, but bills have already been passed in other states. I don't know if you spoke about Iowa.
Which one of the executive orders that Donald Trump put through that forces you guys out of the army? Because I know I've seen a lot of trans people making videos about how their last days are coming up.
Yeah, the executive order was, I believe, from January 22nd, and it's like something about emphasis on military excellence and readiness. It doesn't say anything about being trans in the title, but the actual EO, I would really encourage, if there's any trans people watching and you haven't seen this bill, I would really, really encourage you to not read it unless you have to, which if it does apply to you, you would already know about it. It's extremely painful.
Sorry. Thank you for the subscription, Jessica. Try some coconuts for Jessica in the chat. Thank you, Amy. Two Jesses. Come on now. Jess. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the language, the justification in the executive order that says that I can't serve anymore is because I am a threat to national security. I've had a security clearance for 13 years. I had to have one to do my job that I do, and I had it renewed in 2022. So it's good for like 10 years. But yeah, so it's, so, I don't know, but now I'm a threat to national security. Also, I don't have the integrity, which is one of our core values in the Air Force are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. But now I don't have the integrity to serve because I can't be honest about my gender because they want me to say that.
So it's Executive Order 14183, prioritizing military excellence and readiness.
Yep.
And also Executive Order 14168, defending women from gender ideology extremism.
Eli, I really want to say this because I know that I got really emotional last time, the last time that we've talked, but I really want you to know that you are valued, and I love everything that you're doing. I'm scared. I'm scared. We should all be scared. Realistically, what's happening is that unless you're white, Christian, straight, you don't really matter. You know, it's been told to our faces for years that if we aren't straight, if we aren't, Christian, we really don't matter to the system that we currently do have. So something that I do want to point out to Not Stressed is that what you are representing and what you voted for is very detrimental. Listen to Eli. Listen to everything he said. Listen to everything he had said. He served for 13 years and now he doesn't have a job because of the current administration that was voted in. So I really want you to take a very long look in the mirror and look at the bigger picture, because these issues will actively affect you. If you think they don't, you are fucking wrong. You are so fucking wrong. These issues do affect you, and you need to acknowledge it. You need to open up your fucking eyeballs, and you need to look at the bigger picture, because these issues are affecting you. They're affecting Black women. They're affecting women in general. They're affecting trans people like myself. So you seriously need to look in the bigger picture instead of sitting in your own arrogance and ignorance, and actually stand up for the fucking people. Because I don't know. I really don't have anything else to say to you, because you're a fucking bigot. That's what you are. You're a fucking bigot. I'm done.
Eli, where's your home of record? Eli, where's your home of record?
Florida, but the person person I called my dad passed like 4 years ago. That was his house, and so strangers live in that house. I don't know.
So even if you did your home of record, you would be going to a not so comfortable state right now, right?
Not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Thank you for that subscription. Drop some coconuts with you. Hey, baby. How you doing tonight?
We need to try to help you get to a safer place, as a minimum, because the military, I have no idea how they're going to do your discharge. I have no idea how that's going to play out. We haven't messed in this field before, so this is all new. I'm sorry, I'm with my Hindu neighbors, so you hear a lot of foreign language behind me. The other thing is, I remember something else I wanted to tell Non-Stress, and just a little tip for other folks who are listening. When we did the WMDs in Iraq, when we went after Saddam Hussein, you guys with me? And remember how we just had all this intelligence telling us that there were WMDs there. Well, that was from a special intelligence agency that Cheney and Bush created on the side to counter the narrative. Oh, wow, she's riding a bike on her own. Damn. To counter the narrative of our regular intelligence agencies. The second part of that is that he got intelligence from, I guess you could say, I forgot the correct word for him, but former intelligence. I forgot the word all of a sudden. People who became U.S. citizens here and who didn't agree with Saddam Hussein, and they started lobbying to President Bush to tell them that they knew for sure that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. When this all went down, after all this was said and done, we discovered that they had their own political agenda and was saying that simply to try to gain power in Iraq. This is why we should not interfere with elections, and they need to happen on their own. This is why we should not be using a form of weaponry or wars to definitely try to change regime. That's why.
What happened? Who baby that is? Girl, go get her. Go get her. She fell.
Arya,
You all right, girl?
stole somebody's bike. She stole someone's bike. I have a little sub. She stole someone's bike. And then she got mad that I made her share her bubble. That's what this is about, bubbles and a bicycle. You can't have the word. Watch how this works, Non-Stress. Watch how this works. Arya, the world doesn't revolve around you, Arya. The world around you. Not everything you want can you have. If you're mean to people, they won't be your friend.
Yes, Eli.
Probably go apologize and try to be their friend. You see how that works?
Yes, that's what I was going to speak to Eli. Eli,
No, I'm talking about you, really. I'm talking about you, really.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking about you. I got a Charlie horse.
Bree, you have like the red bar, just so you know.
Who's Freedo?
Yeah.
Yes, I was just gonna say, Eli, I appreciate your sharing and stuff. And
when you're trying to talk about us listening to a prince for a dictator, not only do you harm people like Eli, but you harm citizens of Iran.
Yes,
okay, but I'm asking Eli, were you? So you've been in there 13 years. So you were in Trump's first term.
Me too, Eli.
Yeah. So I wasn't out. So I was a part of a few different missions that I didn't feel comfortable being myself. But
you were there.
Yeah, so I was there, and 7,000 trans brothers and sisters of mine got kicked out in the first administration before.
And the first administration, those people kicked out.
Yeah, they were kicked out.
There was a policy in the first administration?
Yes, correct. There was 2 executive orders. So the first one, there was a different Supreme Court at the time. So the first executive order got challenged by the Supreme Court. It took about a year before that was essentially overruled because they tried to do it the way they're doing it this time. Initially, they said all trans people, which is what's happening now. So the Supreme Court I said, at a minimum, you have to change it to people who have a diagnosis of gender dysphoria, which
what in the film I am, that's like because that's the kids I deal with, because I have middle school, high school kids who will come to us studying like trans, and because they are in a mental facility, and I'm not being funny, that's the kids I teach are in mental facilities, they classify them as having the gender dysphoria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so gender dysphoria is like the reason it's a distress disorder from it's not like it's not like we don't know what, like, the thing is, we know what reality is, right? Like, I'm fully aware that my body looks the way it does. Has looked the way it does. I'm fully aware. The problem is what I wake up in the morning, and before, every single day since I was a kid, every single day I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yeah, boy, yeah, man. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, fuck, that's not right. And it's distressful, because then I navigate through society and everybody's telling me that I'm something that I know myself to not be. So yeah, it is it's called gender dysphoria because it is a stress condition, similar to people, how you can literally get diagnosed with stress disorder, or you can get diagnosed with anxiety disorder and all that. It's like that, but it's just the specific type of disorder, which is why we call it dysphoria.
I want to step in here because I was sensing a word that really wanted to come out of stressed mouth. So, not stressed. I need you to say exactly what you were going to say.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Okay. I have students, middle school, high school age, who feel that they are male or female.
Get to the fucking point. Get to the point.
I don't know what point you're trying
with your full chest. with your full chest. Say it. Say it. Starts with an M.
M.
Yep.
You're saying like if it's a dysphoria, if it's the gender dysphoria being a mental illness?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to cut anybody off, but just can you drop me? My house a little rackety right now.
There it is.
Okay, no problem. We're about to get out here in a minute. We're about to go raid Jamal too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll see you over there. I gotta
Okay,
get my
baby.
house in order.
Okay.
Can I respond to this though? Because I think that I have a really good way of framing this. When people say, it's kind of like when people try to insult me, and I'm not saying you were trying to insult me, but it's kind of like when people try to insult me by using she, her, or by calling me a woman, or like telling me you'll never be a man, which is funny because before I came out, people used to tell me that I look like a man and all that. It's whatever.
Ain't it crazy?
Yeah. But so the way I am not insulted by being called a woman is you can call me that, but in order to find it insulting, I always say that I would have to think that like women, like being a woman is insulting, and women are awesome. So I just know I'm not one.
Thank you.
So like, right, yeah, of course.
You're correct. I agree with that. You said that they think you look like a man, correct? And they would usually, refer to you as that. And again, like I said, my daughter being a part of the LGBT, she says that one of her biggest issues is the fact that LGBT members or trans keep putting everything in the spotlight and wanting more and more and more. When she said, if you would just let it be.
But I didn't get to finish. I didn't get to finish my thought, and this is really, 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 really important.
Okay, I'd like to hear it. Go ahead.
This is how. So transphobia is rooted in a lot of stuff. But one thing transphobia is rooted in is like this notion of eugenics. And I'll explain it. And the other bigger underlying root, which I'm not going to put Jessica through this right now because she's trying to end, but it is racism. But what I'll tell you is eugenics. The reason why I say that is, so what? Hear me out. So what if it was a mental illness? Okay. It's not. It has been removed as being trans. Gender dysphoria, that is in the DSM-5, but being trans is not. And so why do I say so what? Well, because that would mean like people that are autistic, or people who have depressive disorder, like persistent depressive disorder, or like that. Those people, there will be something like using being trans, like saying I don't agree with it, or it's a mental illness. It puts it down and as if having a mental illness, like it's bad, like there's something wrong with that. And that type of language is the type of language that was used in literal eugenics clinics, where they wanted to eliminate people who had mental health conditions. And that's why when people say it's a mental illness, it's not. But I like to say, okay, and what if it was?
Yeah. Because older millennials said something about unaliving anybody with a mental illness. Like, I can't believe some of these people. Like, just because you're different doesn't mean that you should be eliminated. What's that guy that was found on Epstein Island? But he was very instrumental. He couldn't talk. He couldn't walk. He was paralyzed. But he cheated on his wife with the nurse. What's that? He in a wheelchair and he talked with the thing. Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins. Oh shit! Yeah.
And what did he do? When didn't he do something? The guy
Jessica.
He couldn't even talk or walk, and he was still making strides. So I don't want to hear that shit about. And then just because people are different from you doesn't make you better than them. Because I know people who are body abled, mind abled, and what society would deem normal, who dumb as fuck, who no contribute nothing to society. All right, living it off the government, just marrying their sisters and brothers. real nasty, just crazy.
Jessica, before I drop down, I urgently and specifically need to touch on what Not Stressed said.
Okay.
So
well, that's perfect because we can do last words really quick because I'm hungry too, y'all.
So not only did Not Stressed tokenize her child, but she spoke of her child like she actually knows what her child is going through emotionally, mentally. She has no fucking clue. No clue whatsoever. And I find that so damning to even try to tokenize your child. That's not cool. It's not cute. It's not attractive. The thing that really grosses me out is that not only did you tokenize your child, but you voted against your child. You voted against your child. Let that fucking sink in.
Jessica, I've been it before. You know how I voted.
Hold on one second. Not stress. I'm gonna give.
I'm sorry. I
let you have your
apologize.
whole
I
moment. I'm gonna
apologize.
make sure nobody interrupts you too. Okay.
I apologize.
So it's very damning that you sat up on this panel to tokenize your child. Meanwhile, you knew what you voted for. You knew exactly what you voted for. This man and his fucking cronies spent $215 million on dehumanizing trans people. $215 million when trans people make up 0.00001% of the population.
And that's where you mess up saying that.
Nope. I'm not done. I am not here to play into the bullshit. I am here to tell it how it is. This entire system has been rooted in bigotry and racism. and you also, which I would assume that you are a white woman, also need to take accountability. You need to look in the mirror and look at the bigger picture of what is currently happening in this country. Seriously. Put your big girl pants on. Call your local representatives and tell them that they need to get down to the House floor to talk about these issues, to talk about how they're able to change things. Because these aren't laughing matters. These aren't laughing matters. So for you to sit up on this panel and laugh and act like that this is a fucking joke, I can guarantee you that the next days that are to come, when these issues start personally affecting you, don't come to us crying. Don't come to us, because we already told you it would happen. We told you for 4 years. I was telling people for nearly 6 years while I was deconstructing that this man was going to do things that we won't be able to fix. So the things that he is doing right now are unfixable. So just remember that. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate it. Somebody made one yes to call Cassidy. Alina, how you doing? Drop some coconuts for Alina in chat and some disco balls. I don't know why I have to say it like that. But somebody else, K8 said something that I wanted to say. Oh, letting someone live their life in peace does not mean that you have to do what they do. And yeah, I thought that was you're absolutely right. Yeah, let's get to 130K if we can before we get out of here, guys. And if we could knock out this goal, that would be amazing. We need 11 more community crowns. If you guys don't know, we're in the Community Fest event. We're doing last calls right now, and then we're gonna go raid Jamal. You guys, show him some love. I'm gonna be up on his panel too, yeah. So I want to just grab something to eat before I run over there. Um, Free to be me. Any last words you want to say to Not Stress, and then I'll let Not Stress say what you want to say, and then Eli, if you don't mind, we'll say you for last.
Yeah, it's not gonna be friendly, but I'll be tactful about it. That's okay. Okay, let's just remember. I think part of
I
the
didn't
thing.
see you. I'm sorry. I love you. I was thinking about you like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, damn, oh yeah, I didn't see you. Oh yeah, they be working hard. Anyways, go ahead.
I think part of the reason why non-stress and other white women like this can exist is because they feel even when the world crumbles to nothing, someone will still come save them. They think someone will still catch them. Someone will still defend them. Someone will still take the beat. Someone will still stand in front of harm to save them. They're so used to being saved at such a significant level, and that their tears making so much powerful movements happen. Hopefully you can hear me. My husband decided to walk right next to me and start talking to the child. I can't get a break. I think I'm going to go into the bathroom and just cry. Anyways.
I get that. Okay. I get that. That's a whole other story. Baby.
So the thing is that when it comes to non-stress's ability to be able to comprehend in any of this, it just needs to hit her at home. And I hope it doesn't start with her child. I hope it starts from a different direction, because people who try to tokenize.
My bad.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Huh? Oh, okay. I want to make sure. When people start to tokenize people around them, that means that they aren't really listening to the deeper problems. They're just using them for some kind of shield to take the D or take the pew pew for them. That's what tokenizing is, non-stress. It means not having those serious conversations with your one black friend, or your one black Hispanic, or your one Hispanic friend or Latina friend. It's not having those deep conversations to gain a better understanding from your supposed rainbow friend, and just saying, oh, look, we had a drink at the water fountain. We're friends. We had some coffee in the office room, and we had some chit chat about how douchey our boss is. So she's got to be my friend. So therefore I can speak on her behalf. No, that's a token. A friend and an accomplice and an ally going to an accomplice means I'm going to take the time to get to know you and understand your journey, so that when issues from our government come down, I have a perspective or less blind spots to prevent me from voting to cause you harm. But until certain white women, like non-stress, citation, non-stress, until white women like her have someone say, oh, I'm not shielding you anymore, and the bee come and hit them in the shoulder, they're not going to get it, sis. They ain't going to get it. Just like I heard this shit before. I know already. Non-stress, this message is really for you, but not for you. It's for any white woman sitting in this audience that finds relatability with you. That maybe she can open her eyes up and see how much she's like you and how fucking annoying she really is. I said what I said.
I love you, free. Good night, baby.
Night.
All right, we're about to go raid Jamal. So if you head over there already, just make sure you guys say it's a Jessica Cymone raid.
Night,
Tell them I'm
Eli.
coming.
He says.
All right. Not stressed. Would you like to reply? Or
Yes,
do you have any last words?
Yes. Thank you, Jessica. Actually, the reason I come up here is because I felt until tonight maybe like not other white women. I don't know. But I never mean to use my 23-year-old daughter as a token. She influenced me on how to vote because I was more leaning Democrat than she was. But she felt that she said that, we have our rights. We can marry because she just got married this year. And she's like, the more people keep doing all these parades and protests and everything, and bringing us. She said we're not the majority, the more it's gonna like hurt our cause. I don't know. Again, I'm not in her perspective. Also, yeah, the former person's gonna hate this because Jessica, I was already up here, and um, you said, or people said, I'm a teacher.
Can you bring your daughter up here next time?
Yes.
I was going to ask if she's 23. I would love to.
Yeah.
Yes, because honestly, what was funny was what made me start doing the lives. She called me one day on her lunch break and said, "Mom, I'm getting my ass kicked." And I was like, what's going on? And she's like, no, on a TikTok live. And I was like, oh God. I was like, I thought, and she's like, no, I was disagreeing about like an LGBT thing, and they are just like going in. And I was like,
Black Obama.
I was like, oh God, I don't know, but yes, I would like to. And Eli, I would like her to talk to you, because like I said, I'm all for my daughter. She's not a token.
Mm-hmm.
I went to her for.
Don't you got a black daughter too?
Jessica, yes, thank you. But see, again, I feel scared to mention that, Jessica.
I mean, half the people in here know. The royal family knows already.
Also, can I just say, like, scared is a big word.
It is.
But like, nobody's going to cause you physical harm or anything for saying that you have a black daughter. You're just going to be called out for tokenizing, and there's no reason to be afraid of that. It's just something that when somebody calls you out, just say, oh, okay. And then if you don't understand, what I do is I go, after I have that conversation, look up, literally I type in, why did this person tell me this thing was harmful? And I will find tons of resources immediately at my fingertips. And not only that, there's so many books, so many resources that I have been given by people who have exhausted their efforts and stuff to help me unpack, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And something that I can do is give you those. I'm also happy to give you those things, because it's not resources that I'm just like YT person found these on my own. But I can.
And I get that. And
you get my cash app. Hold on 1 second.
And I appreciate it. And Jessica, I appreciate you, because Jessica knows I disagree with her on stuff, and she still lets me come up here and do my stuff. And but yeah, she knows about my LGBT daughter and then my black daughter, and I've got like a mixture of stuff. So Republican, yeah, it seems like what the hell, but I speak to my kids and everything, but
1 second. Taylor, thank you for the $7 for the last words, please. Because we're about to run over to so Judge. Thank you for the $7. You guys drop some like fun coconuts for Taylor. But y'all, we have $160. We didn't hit our goal last night.
Coconuts for Eli. I got y'all. I'm leaving.
Okay, and then
you can leave, but will you stick around, because what I'm gonna use my final words to explain something to you, and then that's gonna be my final words. So will you just hang out in the comments, please?
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you because I know her people and her are ready to get this thing started on another thing.
Well, yeah, because I gotta go to another.
I got you, Jessica. I got you. Go ahead, Eli.
And also to you guys, we have $160 left in tonight's goal. If anybody want to clear that out, you big bitch. But yes, teamwork. We have 173 people in here together. We can definitely make this happen. We didn't hit tonight's last goal. We haven't hit our goal in like a couple of weeks, you guys. So I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. If you feel like tonight was, educating, entertaining, brought you together, felt any type of love, we appreciate you for being here, having these difficult conversations, especially with opposing views. Give me a follow if you've not done so. Continue to tap the screen. I don't know where we're at. It just say 0.1. So somebody can tell me where we're at. And if we're already at 130, let's get to 150 before we go.
Jessica, do I need to be ruder? Would that help your?
No. Then they'll drop you. They'll just pay to drop you.
Okay,
but we're on our way out of here anyway. It's okay.
What do I need to help you? I'm already.
I'd rather them send it out of love anyway.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I try to be respectful, but if I need to be ugly,
you got it. Okay. You got it. Go ahead, Eli.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. And also, you don't have to stay up here. I just wanted you to
make sure you're in the comments so you can hear.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. My final words. First of all, thank you for having me up here to help educate. I really appreciate it. And also, thank you anytime I come in and there's already been some like groundwork done and I don't have to like start from point like ground zero. I want you to just know that I see that and I appreciate it. No matter if it's you or if it's the panel, that was the one thank you that I just wanted to say. I'd really appreciate you. Yeah. And let's keep lifting each other's voices to help the right people get into the right places and stop having all this garbage. But I love y'all. Okay, here's what I'm going to say because I can't let this go. This person said that their kid, who is queer, was the reason why she voted Republican instead of Democrat.
Not sure if I love you, but I think you lied. But go ahead.
Something about how pride, we're asking for too much. We're starting to ask for too much. I don't know how asking for basic human rights is asking for too much. But here, let me just let you know this.
That's how they do niggas.
Yeah. 2 things. One, if you don't know that in the 1930s, we were the monster back in the 1930s, along with Jewish folks and socialists and pretty much anybody who wasn't a white Christian nationalist ended up in C camps. But trans people, we had a pink heart. Trans women had pink hearts and trans men had black hearts. And if they put those 2 hearts right next to each other, and that's a symbol for us to this day. So, yep, exactly. Somebody said they say the same thing for black people asking for too much. And I do hear that all the time. Yeah. And so I say that because our facilities were burned down. All of our research, everything that we had done, we made so much progress in the early 1930s, all for it to be burned down. So that's one of the instances. It's important to mention because if we hadn't had that burned down, and then maybe we wouldn't have ended up in the same position that we're in right now. The other thing I wanted you to know is Pride didn't just start out of nowhere. Pride is not a celebration. Pride is a protest. It is partially a celebration, but Pride started as a protest in 1969. That's I want you. I forgot, no stress or not stress. I want you to go look up, why did Pride parades start, please? Especially if you have a queer child and if you have a black child, because while I don't think that you should continue to tokenize them, you already did let me know that, and I wouldn't have rights. Your queer child would not have rights if it wasn't for the black trans women that stood up for us. Yes, Marsha. When we were told, I don't care what you do, just keep it in your bedroom. It used to be, we do care what you do. And we'll find you in your bedroom and we'll figure out if you're in your bedroom and we will take you out in the streets, unalive you and not have to pay for anything because the cops were some of the ones that were doing the unaliving. And historically, black trans women and black cisgender women were always the number one target for these types of crimes. And and so queer people were doing what they were told. They were minding their business in a tiny little club. And one night the cops raided this club and unalived people, burned the club to the ground. And
cops. Just so y'all know.
ACAB. And in a protest, Marsha and her amazing, I want you to look all this up because I want to stop talking, but threw a brick at the cops. And that's why when we talk about peaceful protesting, of course, but if you look at any big progressive civil rights movements, they were not peaceful. And because of those people, because of those brave women, your daughter has the right to get married that she just got to use. And the very rights that she is saying she has are getting threatened to be taken away at a federal level again now under this current administration. So I need you to go look that up because that happened in June of 1969. The first Pride.
Thank you for the $10 for happy birthday and thank you for your lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Don.
Is today? Is it today?
It was Friday. My birthday was Friday, and we litty like a titty.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I was in. I was until saying happy birthday. Okay, yeah. So the reason why we have Pride parades is because it was the anniversary of the Stonewall riots, and it was the very first Pride parade. So that's why we have Pride parades. It's a protest, not a celebration. I love you, Jessica. Thank you so much for letting me go on my rant.
And thank you. Of course. Come on. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you coming. I was like, go get Eli, somebody. Jolie, thank you for the Jolie, thank you for the $10 that says thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you. What time is it? Oh, at 10 o'clock, it automatically goes to do not disturb. So I wasn't getting the notifications. I am so sorry, you guys. Okay, we down at 1:40. Somebody gonna knock that out real fast.
Good night, everybody. I'm gonna drop down.
All right, good night. Thank you so much. Y'all, it has been a great live. Very interesting. It got a little crazy at for a little bit when we saw some little guy with a cigarette hanging out his mouth saying he worth $6 million, which is crazy. But anyways, we're having these difficult conversations. Which and I respect the people up on the panel. I appreciate you guys for being here. I learned so much, right? I even learned too because I feel like when I be having the conversation, I say transgender people and it's trans people. So thank you guys for also educating me. I feel like I am continuously learning too. Dawn, thank you so much. I appreciate you, beautiful. Do some also too. Thank you for the $2 that says it's called free trade. Oh, that must be from earlier. Sorry, that was from earlier. I don't know why it's pending. Why is it pending? Your $2 pending. Do something. I don't know what they're doing. But anyways, yeah, I've learned so much. I'm forever learning. I'm like I always tell you guys, I don't ever mind being wrong. Nobody knows every single thing. Even a fool thinks he knows everything. A wise man knows that he knows nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful to continuously be learning with all of you guys and from each other. And that's what it's all about. And I love you guys, royal family. We're all kings and queens. Make sure that if you see your brother or sister with their crown seems to be slipping, remind them who the fuck they are and give them the praise that they deserve. With that being said, we are going to raid Jamal, okay? You know what his actual name is? Let me educate you. James Baldwin Rage. A lot of you guys already know him. It's Let Me Educate You. LEMMEEDUCATEYOU. Let me educate you. And he do be educating them folks. Okay. Maybe we love a man who know how to read and read you down. Back in the queue, baby. You can get out the queue. If anybody come on, y'all, we gotta reach one goal. Either we need 9 more community fests or we need 140 left in tonight's goal, y'all. We got to hit something. We can't go out like losers now. We can't go out like no losers and ain't got nothing. Thank you, Jamie, for the community. We need 8 more, you guys. Look like that may be the one that we are going to clear for the night. Yes, let me educate you. Yes, can we pin that? Lock the doors, lock the doors, you guys. You ain't nobody going nowhere until we knock out one of these goals, okay? We need either the 8 community crowns. Thank you, Cigar, for the community fest, you guys, because we're in the event, or we need to knock out our daily goal, okay? Let me educate you. Thank you for what's that called? What am I trying to say? For pinning that comment. Thank you. Remove. What am I looking for? But we are finna get on out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate you. We will try again tomorrow. Jamie, I appreciate you. I don't know why this accent came from nowhere. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we didn't necessarily get each and every one of them. I thought that yes, W. Jamie. I appreciate that, Jamie. You've been nothing but amazing, and helping us trying to get that last little bit here. But Trump's tariffs is whooping everybody's ass. Fucking Trump's tariffs, bitch. Got everybody in a chokehold. Okay. Anyways. Okay, for real. So this is what we're about to do, you guys. We're about to go raid Jamal. We're raiding Jamal. It's Let Me Educate You, James Baldwin's Rage. Either or. But if you want to put in the @ is Let Me Educate You, LEMMEEDUCATEYOU. Thank you, Bree. Come on, y'all. We only need 4 more. Bree, K8 done already popped one up in them house too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all? We gotta hear something. I'll follow you there. Yes, I'm about to be over there. I'm going to be up on his panel as well. So you'll be able so you guys, if you're following me, you'll see my icon probably pop up again. Oh, we need 2 more. 2 more. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Tommy. Bashir, thank you. We need 1 more, y'all. 1 more and we getting up out of her. 1 more and we getting up out of her. I'm gonna play the song and we gonna be up out of her. Okay. 1 more and we gonna play the song and we getting. Oh, we did it! We did it, y'all! Oh my goodness! Hold on. Y'all, right at the nick of the time of the nick. Okay, baby, we ain't playing the Royal Family. Don't play by shit.
We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. We did it, Joe.
Thank you so much. Tommy said, let me go knock it off. Okay, really quick. All right, here we go. Let's get on up out of here. I'll see y'all over there.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
We're out of here, baby. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Good night, everybody.
Was the length of the crime? 1963 to 1990.
No,
Kaddish
it was 1970.
work.
I'm specifically talking about Kaddish.
I'm speaking
Okay,
about
but
so in New Jersey,
so I guess we're
Then under Bush. And now we can go to Trump.